What's up, everybody? We are back. Week one is in the books, and we're going to talk about it. So, the way we're going to do this, we got a couple games we want to talk about, and then we will kind of go through the rest of the games just kind of quickly because they were less important. First game we want to talk about, I think, was the Thursday night game. Probably one of the most exciting games all weekend, or all week one, I guess I should say. That's the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Baltimore Ravens at home. What do we think? Chad, I'm gonna let you go first on this one. Just what are your overall thoughts on the game, and what do you think?
I just want a quick check of Shree's how many teams he thinks is going to be a problem this year.
Yeah, I think there's a good 4 or 5.
Right.
Dude, I think we got texts throughout every point. Thursday, Friday, we got Sunday games, we got a Monday game. At every point, we got a dumb text.
Yeah,
Is that accurate to say, Chad? Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
I bring the spice to life.
We'll get into the what he texted us a little later on, but yeah. I think the Chiefs. I think they're going to be even better this year.
A problem.
They're actually a problem. Xavier Worthy, Rashid Rice, Kelsey doesn't look that good right now, but Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy, they're going to be a problem, as Shree would say. But yeah, I think the Ravens will come around. They need to get some other receivers besides Flowers involved. I like how they use Likely. They need the Andrews involved again too. But yeah, I think they're both going to be. I think they're going to play again in probably the AFC Championship. For what I guess.
Okay. All right, Shree. What do you think?
Yeah, Chiefs look good. And Chad, you're forgetting Brown is going to come back too.
Who?
He's, Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
That's
Hollywood.
That's whatever.
He's going to come back. I mean, I'm just saying, it adds another weapon. Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy,
It does.
Marquise Brown, Travis Kelsey. So they look dominant. Defense look good. Hey, can we talk about Lamar though? Missing those last 2 throws, dude. That's bad. Like that. Always been with Lamar, can't get the ball downfield. That's those 2 throws. One to Likely, I can give him a pass. He's throwing crossbody, fade away.
Making this guy killed, basically.
But the one to Zay Flowers, did you see he wasn't even looking at Zay Flowers? He was like, that was meant for someone else.
Yeah, he wasn't throwing to him.
But like,
He probably should have not said that. He probably should.
Yeah, probably. But hey, I mean that was the game. Isaiah Likely. If he had a smaller shoe size, they'd be in overtime. But
I don't. So that rule doesn't make sense to me. Where like if your heel gets in, and like your other foot gets in, like immediately, I think you should be in. Does that make sense? Because like you're in, and then like you're in for a second, and then your toe touches, and then you're out. So like technically you're in.
Let's explain what happened. So at the end of the game, Ravens down 7. Lamar's getting down the field primarily with his legs. Honestly, he's getting him downfield, and the play Shree was talking about where he missed Flowers. He had a wide open Zay Flowers in the back of the end zone, down 7, with under 30 seconds to go. Missed him. Then in the very next play, he hits on 4th down Isaiah Likely in the back of the end zone. He makes a great catch. Comes down with his right foot, but his left foot is on the white line. His toes are on the white line, so obviously it's out of bounds. So Chad, you're saying if his heel comes down and the other foot comes down, you think it should be a catch?
Yeah. So like say he put his one of the feet down, and then he put his other foot down the heel, and then he jumps out of bounds. That's in, correct?
yeah. So Chad, technically you're saying it should be whatever part of the foot touches first, not the whole foot. Like
Correct.
a toe tap, basically. If you're toe tapping, it's technically you just need your toes on the ground.
Right. Like if a wide receiver catches the ball with his toes in and then his heels come down, is that considered in or out?
Yeah.
It's considered in.
Right. So how does that not make sense for your heel?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, actually.
No,
I actually have not thought about that.
Yeah, no. I mean, the real argument is the toe tap, right? So if you're gonna kind of toe tap out and then he steps out and it's still in, then you got to call this the same way. I see what you're saying, Chad, but
yeah, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
That's a great. I haven't heard that brought up at all, like on any of the shows or any. I haven't.
Well, that's what I do here. That's what I do.
No. Like, that right there.
Because I've seen that a couple times where like it just doesn't make sense. Where either the toe or the heel comes down, and then the other part of the foot comes down after, obviously, and they call it out. It's like, well, he was in for like half a second before his other foot came down.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously that's not the rule, and it's
Right,
kind of sucks
obviously.
now that you think
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
right? So it was an incomplete pass, but that's a great point. I actually hadn't thought about that. Why do toe taps count when just the toes touch?
Yeah.
But in the reverse, in this scenario, the toe didn't touch, but the rest of the foot did.
Yeah.
Right.
But I also think, I mean, regardless of what the call was and how we feel about it, I think it doesn't excuse Lamar for missing those last two throws.
I
You
agree.
know,
I totally
specifically,
agree.
Well, I
specifically
mean,
Zay Flowers.
let's be honest. If that was the rule, it definitely would have.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree with
But
that.
it's the same thing we've talked about with Lamar for.
Yeah. I mean, his whole career, his whole career. But I do want to ask you guys this: are you surprised at how little they used Derrick Henry? He wasn't in a lot of the plays. Like, not even
Well,
they didn't utilize him.
He's older. One, they used him a good. I think he rushed like 13 times in the first half, and I want to say like 3 the rest of the game. Something ridiculous like that.
Was
So
it
it's
that
like,
little? I thought he had like 20 carries.
And did you guys see what Harbaugh said today about him?
What do you say?
That they didn't bring him in to rush 20, 30 times a game. So they're not going to use him like a workhorse back.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about this, and this goes with my Lamar point as well. Lamar, his total final stats: 26 for 41, 273, 1 touchdown. But on the ground, he had 16 for 122.
Yeah.
That's impressive, right? Like on the ground, 16 for 122. Regardless, that's impressive. But at the end of the day, you're a quarterback, right? We need you to make the throws when it counts. That's been the criticism about Lamar since college, and probably even before that, right? He's a spectacular athlete. But to your point of not using Derrick Henry, you know, like what Harbaugh said, you're not trying to give him 20, 30 carries a game because he's a little older. You want to save him for later on down the line. To me, the same goes for Lamar. Like, Lamar can't be doing this. Like, it's week 1. Like, he shouldn't be running the ball 16 times.
I mean, they said he lost weight for a reason. But
I don't think that helps him not get injured.
I was saying that might have hurt him.
Yeah. But I was also thinking about this. You know, like all the talk in the offseason of how dynamic they're going to be in the backfield together. You don't know who's taking it. I feel like after watching that game, I feel like it doesn't matter because if they give it to Derrick Henry, he's going straight down the middle. If they give it to Lamar, he's going outside. Like I think it's pretty cut and dry the way teams can play that. You know,
this is what we talked about. This is why I said I didn't. The Baltimore Ravens' problem was never running the football. That was never their problem. They had guys come in, J.K. Dobbins. They had Gus Edwards, right? They just fill in guys. Keon Mitchell, right? They have guys just come in and fill in, and they're productive because the offensive line is great. The run scheme is great. What they didn't need was another running back. They needed maybe another weapon for Lamar, maybe a guy who's a little bit faster who can get to some of Lamar's off target throws, whatever the case may be. Running the ball was never their problem. That wasn't what they should have addressed in the offseason. So I've been saying that forever, that I don't think that the Derrick Henry signing was that big of a deal. Now, it is scary for a defense that you line up and you see Lamar and you see Derrick Henry, yeah, I guess, but their main problem was never that. It was Lamar completing passes when it matters. So
I'll give Dan credit. He has said that for a while now that he doesn't think that was the best move. And after watching, like she said, after watching the game, I do agree more just because the main fact is when Derrick Henry's in the game, I mean, it's almost always a run because he's not a pass catcher. He can't move out of the backfield. He's a straight downhill runner. Yeah. And when you get in that read option, sure, that can be scary, right? That can be, you have to tackle a 260-pound running back or Lamar Jackson in space. I mean, that's tough.
But that's the thing. I mean, if they're in the read option, if Derrick Henry has the ball, they're going downhill. If Lamar's having it, he's bouncing outside.
Well, I think but in all, like they ran more, I thought, in the first half at least, more like I formation or things like that. Where last year I feel like they barely ran under center. Like most of their runs were even from, out of the pistol or the shotgun or whatever. So it just seems like when he's in the game, it is obvious they're going to run the ball. And then when they put, who's that? Who's back there now? Who was that? Who was the guy with him?
The other running back?
Not Gus Edwards, because that's what I want to say, but it's not him.
He's on the Chargers. Not Gus Edwards on the Chargers.
Justice Hill.
Yes, him. When he's in the game, it's almost always a pass. So it's like
he ran the ball one time.
Hey, Hill was good. Hill was good though in the pass game. Hill was
agreed. But that's my point. Is like, all right, you see Justice Hill in, all right, probably gonna pass the ball. If you see Derrick Henry in, probably gonna run the ball. Yeah. It just makes it that much easier for defenses to figure out what they're gonna do.
Yep, I agree with that. So, and I will say their defense was a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I expected better from their defense at least.
Well, to me, the biggest problem outside of Lamar not being able to play passes was their offensive line. Not just the penalties, which we saw like 20 of those penalties.
Also,
Which is
yeah,
new
those we have to discuss. The Chiefs are doing the same thing and not getting flagged for it.
Every team was doing it all weekend. It
No,
happened
but
all weekend.
no, but I understand. That's like they were obviously trying to make a point on Thursday night, right? It was the same game, and they were both doing it. They only called it one side.
On one-sided, yeah, I will say that.
It's the same refs, like throughout the whole league, like different refs, different games, not as many people watching as like Thursday night beginning of the year. Obviously, they're trying to make a point, and they just didn't call for one team.
You know how some wide receivers check with the ref if they're on the line or not.
Yeah.
I saw some linemen on Sunday night or in the Sunday games starting to check with the ref to make sure they're on the line. So.
I don't get. I mean, I get it because I guess if you're starting further back, you have an easier advantage when the guy's coming at you. I don't think it really matters.
I mean, I think we'll get into it later, but I think that's why TJ Watt was so dominant.
I think who was doing it last year? Was it the Chiefs?
Yeah,
it was
where they had a guy like
right
I mean he was I mean there's doing it and then he was in the backfield.
Jawan Taylor. Is it Jawan Taylor? Is that his name?
I don't know, but he was legit in the backfield.
Chris Collinsworth was saying he was lining up at like a wide receiver.
Also, can we talk about Chris Collinsworth real quick?
Oh my god, he's so
dude,
bad.
he doesn't know the. Okay, we're not at this.
Here, Mike. Mike, listen, this guy, Patrick Mahomes, he's just so special to watch, you know. That's what I hear all goddamn game from this guy.
Dude,
he's just so good at him playing quarterback.
Hey, speaking of announcers, Brady had a rough. I didn't think he was too good either.
Yeah.
No, but hold on. Just back to Chris Collinsworth. Did you guys watch the Sunday night game?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't know the overtime rules.
I know.
I was watching it and I was like, "What is he talking about?"
He saw the Super Bowl. He's like, "Yep, that's the rules now." Because obviously in the playoffs, the overtime rules are different, right? You can't have a tie. He had no idea what was going on.
No, no. That's not what he thought.
No. I'm just saying that he probably got confused because of the Super Bowl.
What do you mean the Super Bowl?
I don't know. The overtime rules are different in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl, they both took the ball no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
So he thought that the Lions had the ball first. They were going to go down and kick a field goal and win. He thought it was sudden death.
Oh.
It was first down. He's like, well, I think that the Lions. No, I know.
You know the Lions, they kick a field goal and they're gonna win the game.
No, but he was like first time. He's like, I think they're gonna run it 2 times and kick a field goal here. They were on like the 20-yard line. It's like that would not end the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like everyone was like, dude, what are you talking about? But yeah, Tom Brady also
got
obliterated for how he did, and wasn't a huge fan of him either.
I think his voice is just annoying.
Agreed.
He wasn't smooth. He wasn't smooth.
You know what it was? I'll tell you what it was. His voice was annoying, and he was over-prepared. Yeah. I think he came in and he was a little bit over-prepared. He was trying to call out certain things, and he was a little bit over-prepared. That's all. That's all I'll say about Tom Brady.
Yeah.
All right.
Chad, you still
Chad,
with
us?
I'm with you. I hear you.
Okay. Your video's a little.
I know
weird.
it's frozen. It's frozen. I'm trying to fix
right,
it.
next
go
game.
on here.
As long as you got your audio. All right. So
I got my audio. Yeah.
Final thoughts on Chiefs Ravens. What do you think big picture for the Ravens? What do you think big picture about the Chiefs? Anything change your mind at all?
No, I mean I think both teams will be there at the end. There will be definitely 4 of the last 4 teams in the AFC, and probably the last 2 in the AFC standing. So
I'll be honest with you, I don't feel that way about Baltimore.
I think
Lamar.
I mean,
the only reason they're in the game is because Lamar ran.
So yes, I agree with their offensive line is a mess, but they also had 3 offensive linemen out for starters.
Sure.
So,
sure.
I mean, if you're gonna give Mahomes a pass in the Super Bowl, then you gotta give them a pass on opening night. You know.
Yeah. Give them that.
Yeah. All right. Next game, we gotta talk about Rams.
He's running the show. Love it.
Rams Lions is another one we want to talk about. Also potential, Final Four staying at NFC matchup. 26-20, Lions took that one in overtime. Good segue from Chris Collinsworth there, Chad.
Yeah.
Dan, you want to go first?
You go first. Yeah, we'll run this thing.
I'm confused as to what's going on.
Let me tell you.
Well, Mike, Shree's a pretty good podcast host, Listen.
You're special, I'm telling you, he's special.
He's going to be a problem here, Mike. He's going to be a problem. All right, Lions, Rams. You guys know I'm high on the Rams this year and the Lions. I have the Lions in the Super Bowl, and I really, really like the Rams. obviously Puka went out and is now on IR, which that's a big loss
That's a huge
for
loss. Huge.
for Los Angeles. That's not good. Obviously, I thought it was a good game. I thought the Rams were. I mean, sorry.
Pick one.
I I don't know which side I want to talk about first. The Lions, what their run game is so impressive to me.
Dude,
In overtime,
I think.
all they did was run the ball.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think we
they-
have to emphasize it was David Montgomery, which is he's
Yeah.
really good.
Man, but even when you put Gibbs back there, he's also good too. Like they
No,
have a
he
really-
is, but I feel like
Dude.
everyone coming in the year was like, I mean, everyone knew Montgomery he's good, but they're like Gibbs is going to be a stud. Like they forget Montgomery's also very very good.
I mean, I think it also makes it easy when you don't have a guy like Aaron Donald pushing the line forward. You know,
True,
for
but
the defense,
they are able to. The Lions are able to run the ball on any team. They have the best offensive line by far in the entire NFL. They're going to be dominant running the football this year. Jared Goff played an okay game. I didn't see anything crazy. I didn't see anything over the top, but he played a good game. Right? He did his job.
That's going to be Jared Goff for this season.
Exactly. And they, to be honest, they did this. Amon-Ra had one catch.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Jameson
There.
Williams was really their big receiver. Laporta didn't have a great game either. It was really the run game, a couple deep balls to.
Dude, in overtime, they were moving that line of scrimmage. Holy cow! Their offensive line just took over.
Yeah, they're going to be
Big boys.
dominant. They're going to be a dominant team this year. That's why I had them going to the Super Bowl. In terms of the Rams, I Stafford, he still played phenomenal. Stafford was great. Cooper Kupp is back, and Tree, I told you about Cooper Kupp this year when we were talking about fantasy.
I knew he was gonna be good. I knew he was gonna be good this year.
14 catches, a lot of yards.
He had like
a touchdown.
22 or something targets. Or 21, I don't know what it was.
Well,
Something
I mean,
like
you know what it is? It's literally just 5-yard outs, and they can't stop it. No one can stop it.
That's not
It's-
all it
that. That's
is,
not
but
what it is.
But it's like it reminds me a lot of that Michael Thomas one really good year. It's like he's like a notch above that.
that is a ridiculous take.
That's a terrible comparison, for being honest.
I don't know,
Look,
dude.
that is god awful.
Michael Thomas that year, he was not running 5-yard outs.
I mean, it was a slant god, but
That's not all he did. All right. Anyway, shut up for a second. Let me finish my point. Or you dumbass takes. Yeah, the Rams. Stafford looks great. Kyron still looks pretty good. They didn't use the rookie as much as I thought they would in the run game, which is a little interesting.
Corum?
So it looks,
Is that what you're
yeah, it
talking
looks,
about?
it looks like they're still gonna rely heavy on Kyron. Cooper Kupp was great. Stafford was great. They played a great game. They were right there at the end, and I think like this one as opposed to the AFC, I think these two teams. There's a chance these two teams are there in the Final Four of the NFC. So I like what I saw from both teams. Great game, great Sunday night game, Week 1. I enjoyed it. Chad?
Perfect. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm really big on the Rams this year. I think they're going to be really good. I think Stafford is still very, very good.
Top 5.
Top 5 is.
That's what I said. Going into
top
the
five
year.
is top five's a stretch.
I think after this week, I have an entirely different top 5. But that's besides the point. Yeah, I think they're gonna be good. They're solid all the way around. I know they lost Puka, but it was for what, 4 weeks or something. He's on the IR.
He's on the IR, but from what it sounds like today, it's going to be a little longer than that.
What happened? I didn't get the full story.
It's his knee. It was the same
I
knee he
saw it
had
was the knee,
last
but
year.
okay.
It's the same knee he had last year. So what McVay was saying today that he's obviously out 4 weeks because he's on IR, but
Right.
it could potentially be a longer injury than 4 weeks.
I think as long as they have him for the back half of the year and going into the playoffs, I think they'll end up being fine. But yeah, I like their team all the way around. And the Lions, the only thing that worries me about the Lions, I mean, there's 2 things, as we talked about, just the logo on the side of the helmet, and then also Jared Goff is good, but he's not great, which worries me when you're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He's like Brock Purdy.
I agree.
He's better than Brock Purdy. Let's not do that. But
I mean, it's not
the same similar
that's
situation.
it's not a terrible comparison. I mean, they both do their job with special talent around them.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what it comes down to, right? They
Yeah.
don't make huge mistakes, and they do what they have to do. That's basically it. They're not going to wow you. Yeah. So that's the only thing that worries me when it comes to the Lions. But yeah, I like what I see. They're going to win a lot of fourth quarter games because they're going to end up just pounding it down the line of scrimmage.
I will say what was a touch concerning was the fact that the Lions were up 17-3.
Yeah.
And they let the Rams come all the way back. That was a little bit concerning. At home, a little bit concerning.
They probably got a little, probably felt like they were in the driver's seat and just let up a little bit, but
Got time a little bit.
It's week 1. No.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Sure, you have anything different to say?
No, I agree with both of you on that. I think it was a great Sunday night game. All the primetime games were decent except yesterday's. We'll get into that one. But, nothing else. Lions are going to be dominant. Rams are going to be good. I just worry that the Rams, they're playing for a wild card spot, That's the only thing. Because I think San Francisco's clearly better. They might win that division. I think they'll win that division pretty handedly, actually.
I think they will too, but I think it'll be a little closer than you think.
So
but at the end of the day, they're going to be a wild card team, right? You don't think they're...
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. I agree.
That's just going to be tough.
Yeah.
For them.
And so I just want to revisit. I feel like you have to revisit every once in a while the trade that was Goff and Stafford that ended up being like Jahmyr Gibbs, Laporta, Penei Sewell, Jameson Williams. They got a couple defensive guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Rams got the Super Bowl, which is a pretty much automatic win in terms of trade value. But is this like one of the most fair trades we've ever seen?
Fair,
yeah.
Because the Rams got a Super Bowl out of it. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, that's what you're going for, right?
Yeah.
And
it depends.
And the Lions rebuilt their entire team pretty much.
Yeah, it depends on if the Lions win a Super Bowl.
I don't even know if it does, to be honest with you.
But okay, so
compared
let's say
to where they were at.
No, here, Chad. Let's say 10 years down the line, right? 10 years from now, let's say everyone's retired, whatever, right?
Yeah.
If the only thing that came out of this trade was a Rams Super Bowl, we're gonna look back and be like, the Rams won that trade. Unless the Lions win a Super Bowl, it's not.
Well, here's the thing about that. The Lions won their first playoff game in like 26 years.
So
right, like they with those pieces, they won their first playoff game in 26 years. They got to an NFC Championship, right? They're going to be competitive this year. So to Chad's point, was it a fair? I think it was a fair trade. If I had to pick a winner at this point, I'm going to still pick the Rams because they won a Super Bowl, right? You win a Super Bowl, like that's what you play for, like Chad said. But they got Gibbs, they got Sewell, they got a lot of pieces out of that deal, and they became relevant as the big thing.
Right. Yeah. So let me ask you this: if they didn't make the trade, the Lions, I think, would still be fairly bad, right? Can we all agree on that? Right? They'd have an aging Matt Stafford with probably next to no weapons. Maybe some, but it's a whole different team with that trade. And then obviously the Rams win the Super Bowl, which is huge. But it's I don't want to say it helped the Lions more than the Rams, but like it brought them farther than it brought the Rams. Does that make sense? Like the Rams no. Listen. The Rams were already going to the Super Bowl, right? Goff went to the Super Bowl. The Lions were literally the worst team in the league, and then they hit a playoff win. Like just the distance they traveled is what I'm saying.
Yeah, from where they started to where they finished. Yeah, it's a greater.
But Chad, I agree with you. But I always like to look at it how history is going to remember it, and if they don't get a Super Bowl, and we're not going to talk about all this, right? At the moment, yeah, sure, we're talking that. It brought them back to being relevant, but like 10 years from now, if they don't get a Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. We're not going to talk about it.
I don't think that's true. This is
you don't think so?
No, this isn't the NBA. NBA, yeah, I agree with you on that. Like in even now, like people forget that LeBron went to Miami. His team made a super team. We just know he got 2 rings from it. KD, we're starting to forget a little bit that he went to Golden State and got 2 rings out of that. In 10 years, we're gonna realize, oh yeah, they got 2 rings at that spot. Football's a little bit different, right? Football's a little bit different. Like teams don't get to the Super Bowl all the time. Right, especially a team that's been bad for as long as the Lions have been, to just be relevant again, to just be like competitive. Like I was talking to my dad. My dad's been a Dolphins fan his whole life. He says this is the most relevant he's ever seen them. Right, like that means something to football fans. As different than it does to basketball.
Yeah.
So I think to your point of we won't remember. I don't think that's true. I think we, especially if they get to a Super Bowl, we'll remember this as the most exciting times in Lions, recent history.
Yeah.
But to your point, I do think it's a very fair trade. It worked out well for both sides.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Lions do with it. All right, so let's move on to the final game of Week 1. Mm-hmm. Monday night, we've got the New York Jets visiting the San Francisco 49ers, and the San Francisco 49ers, let's just say, beat the Jets. Sure, I'm gonna let you start with this one because you got some interesting takes about these two teams, the Jets and the 49ers in general. So I want to know what your thoughts are on
Yeah.
what you saw.
I wish I could retake my take from last week that the Jets are making the AFC Championship.
Weird.
You think?
They look bad. I mean, Rodgers cannot move. Cannot move.
Weird. Isn't he
He-
40 coming off an Achilles?
He cannot move.
Thought I
That
seen
was
that.
bad. But then also, I mean, 49ers look dominant without McCaffrey. Imagine if they had McCaffrey, you know? I mean, the guy, I understand, I forget the running back's name. I understand he did a great job filling in. Great job filling in. And side note, I also feel bad for him. I mean,
Why?
Shanahan throwing him under the bus like that, like, I feel bad for him. I mean, the guy just had his career game, undrafted rookie, you know? He had a great
about
game
the starting thing.
about the starting thing. He was clearly told on Friday, and then Shanahan throwing him under the bus.
Yeah.
See, let me stop right there. I don't know that he was told on Friday. This is one where I kind of believe Shanahan a little bit on this one. The only because I'm sure they told him on Friday and probably
Yeah.
throughout the whole week that hey, there's a chance you're going to be a big part of this. Whether McCaffrey plays or not, you're going to be a big part of this game, right? Because if McCaffrey, even if he's playing, he's not going to run the same amount of snaps as he normally does, right? So this guy's gonna get some run in this game. So I'm sure they were working him in, and on Friday they're like, hey, it looks like you're probably going to start. I don't think they definitively told him you're starting until maybe Saturday, Sunday, whatever it was. I think you got to think he just like you said he came off a career game, like his by far his greatest game of his career. He's pumped up, he's juiced.
Yeah.
He was just answering the question. You know what I mean? So I don't think that was too much of a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel bad that the media got on him for it, but you know, good game for him. But yeah, hey, they look dominant. Brandon Ayuk looks a little rusty. Should have made that catch in the end zone. My fantasy team.
Practice all summer.
Yeah, good throw by Purdy though. Beautiful throw
One
by
good
Purdy.
throw by Purdy. That was it was a hell of a throw. That was the one I saw this week.
But hey, I mean, Jets. Robert Salah is. I mean, I know people have been talking about it, but he's on the ropes, man. They short leash now for him. I think he's on the hot seat clearly. I think he's got to get his defense in order. The Hassan Riddick situation. I think the biggest winner on the Jets is Hassan Riddick after this.
Mhm.
He's about to get paid. And
I don't know that they will. It's the Jets. I don't know that they will.
If they hold out, hey, I mean, they lost. They gave up a decent amount for him, didn't they?
Third round pick.
Yeah, so it's on them. But hey, they could. I'll put it like this: they could have used him in that game, for sure. You know, I think Rodgers, like I said, looks rusty. Him and Garrett Wilson have a good connection. Brees Hall looked decent, but I think, yeah, it's gonna sound crazy, but you know what they need? I think they need Devontae Adams. That's not offense. I think they need another weapon for him.
Every team needs Devontae Adams.
That's true, but I mean, I think they need another weapon for Rodgers that they just have that connection. He clearly is off target with a bunch of these players. Only the Garrett Wilson one looked good, and Brees Hall ran
What do
good.
you mean,
But
Lazard?
2 touchdowns.
Look, free play Rodgers is the greatest player of all time.
Facts.
Rodgers on a free play is the greatest player to ever touch a football.
Lazard was good. He had 2 touchdowns and I think 90 yards, but it just, I don't know. He was on 4 catches, didn't look fluid. Garrett Wilson was like, you know, he was basically the workhorse wide receiver, you know?
I mean, he had the same amount of receptions as Lazard. They both had 6.
Way more targets, though.
Yeah, he was targeting a lot more.
Did you see the spray chart of where he threw the ball?
Dude, short,
Not even there.
outside.
He only threw to the left. He didn't throw to the right at all.
Yep.
Yeah,
Why do you think? Wait, Chad. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, something about maybe a knee. No, wait, a little lower, I think.
Yeah, calf.
A toe?
Yeah,
No,
No, a little higher,
a little higher. Oh,
That
Achilles.
Achilles.
he clearly doesn't trust it. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Remember
the
thinking he
Jets-
was gonna play last year?
Yeah, I think the Jets can.
Who said he was going to come back? Didn't one of us say he was going to come back last year?
I did.
I did
Oh,
not.
was it you?
I
I
remember. I was
said-
like, I know there's no shot.
I said if he makes the playoffs. But here, getting back to this season, I think they have a lot to fix. I think they can fix some of them, but they got a long way to go.
I think so. You talked a lot about their offense. I'm more worried about the defense. Their defense was
Yup.
horrible.
Yep.
Horrible.
Yeah, that's true.
I think their offense will end up figuring it out more or less. Rodgers is still gonna look old and not be able to move a ton, but they got guys, right? They got Brees Hall. They have Mike Williams, which I mean didn't get a catch, but
He won't play more than 4 games.
he's on the team. But I think Lazard's gonna be a safety blanket for him, and obviously they have Garrett Wilson. So it's just I think their offense is gonna end up figuring out more or less. Not gonna be like old Rodgers, like 30 points a game, but their defense is supposed to have some guys on there, but they just looked awful. They couldn't do a thing. Sauce Gardner left the game for a little bit with like a apparent head injury or something like that. So that's what I'm worried about.
Like I said, they could have used Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that.
No, it wasn't.
He
wouldn't have solved all the problems. No.
Yeah. To Chad's point, the offenses will figure itself out little by little, right? It's Rodgers. Really, it's his first time playing in the system with these guys, right? So yeah, they've practiced for the last however long, but it's really his first real NFL action, right? So that'll figure itself out. Now, what I was impressed with was the offensive line. He only got sacked once. He only got touched twice. So the offensive line, the resources that they pour into that offensive line, that seems to be working. How long all those guys will stay healthy because they're all old, that's to be determined. So the offensive line looked, all those guys looked good in terms for the offensive line.
Right.
Breece Hall had one good drive. Garrett Wilson looked pretty good. Lazard looked pretty good. Rodgers did not look good, man. Like his stats were 13 for 21 for 167 yards, one touchdown, and that one touchdown and about 40 of those yards came on a free play.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, dude, his stats honestly seem better than he played.
Right.
Like if you read those stats to me, I'd be like, all right, it wasn't the best game, but like,
and an interception, by the way.
Not terrible, but then like watching it, he didn't seem like he looked worse than that.
Right. Like his stats are Garrett Wilson. I'm not Garrett Wilson. Zach Wilson stats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got Zach Wilson stats out of this. So the defense, like Chad said, is a problem.
Not in a street way though.
Yeah, not in a street problem way. A legit bad problem for that team. Their defense is not good. Sauce Gardner is the most overrated player in the sport. I've been saying that for 2 years now. He's the most overrated player in the entire sport. All he does is hold. Didn't play very well. No part of that. They couldn't stop the run for anything. Purdy barely threw. Purdy completed 19 passes, 231 yards, no touchdowns. Mason ran 28 times. Deebo Samuel ran 8 times.
Yeah.
Right? Juwan Jennings had the most catches for 5 of them. They ran the ball at will. And the 49ers have a good system. They've got a great run system. They've got a good offensive line. And the 49ers fill in any running back. They've always done that. They didn't even have McCaffrey, right? Like that Jets defense is not good. It really is. And Hassan Reddick, he'll fix some of the pressure that they're able to get on quarterbacks, but that's about it. He's not going to fix the secondary. He's not going to be able to fix the holes in the middle of the running game. He can't fix that by himself.
Hassan Reddick isn't even that good in the run game.
He's not.
He's not that good in the run game.
He's a good pass rusher. That's about it.
Yeah.
Right. So that'll help, but that defense is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I'm saying.
Ayuk was rusty. Kittle was pretty relatively quiet. Samuel was okay. Purdy wasn't great. They didn't have McCaffrey, and they still looked dominant.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's why the coach is on the hot seat. By far.
I don't think he is.
I don't
think he is.
He's on the hot seat. He is on the hot seat. I agree with that.
His specialty is defense, and his defense looks like this. I mean, come on.
I don't think he's on the hot seat yet.
Oof, I think he is.
So you think you think if they lose next week, he gets fired?
I mean,
There'll be conversations.
I think there will be serious conversations.
No, I think you got to give him like 4 weeks.
Yeah. Fine, whatever. 4
weeks. That's still early. I don't think any other coach is on the hot seat right now.
No, I'm saying give him 4 weeks before they even talk about him being on the hot seat.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
That's what I think.
I lose again next week.
Chad. If they start 0-2, 0-3, there's conversations. There's serious conversations.
I don't know who they're playing, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So we talked about the Jets real quick, Shree, before you take over again for whatever reason. Did anything from the 49ers stand out to you? Anything that surprised you? Anything that you...
Just the only thing that surprised me was Deebo Samuel's number.
He's number 1 now.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. No, I mean, they look good. They look like the best team in the NFC.
They look like the 49ers.
Yeah, they look like 49ers. So another year where they got to get it done. Team with the most pressure.
Question, real quick. I know we have a hot take overreaction segment coming up.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey, system running back?
You wish.
System running back?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
System running back, Christian McCaffrey?
No.
All right. So those are kind of the 3 big games we wanted to hit on. We will quickly go through the rest of the games, just some quick hitters, give a couple thoughts, and then we will move on to the overreaction Wednesday, is what we'll call it.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Quick hitters.
Shut up, Shree. Packers versus the Eagles in Puerto Rico. What was it, Puerto Rico? Right, Puerto Rico, right?
No,
Brazil.
Doesn't even know.
Brazil, my bad. Eagles win 34-29. Obviously, I think the big story out of this one is Jordan Love getting hurt on the final Hail Mary attempt.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be out, I think they said 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, PCL. That's kind of big. I thought he.
Yeah, the doctor stream. What does that mean? What does that mean to us?
Just basically like the ACL on the other side. Yeah, it's a.
That seems.
I don't know. That's what
Seems important. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I was. That's what I was about to say. I think 2 to 3 weeks is a little short.
Do you? Okay.
Nah, dude.
Yeah,
they
I think,
in the NFL they just inject him with random stuff.
No, they will, but I think I mean I want to see how he moves. I think he's gonna be cautious. I think they're rushing him because they genuinely have a good team this year. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I think
they don't want to, and they just paid him. So.
Yeah. I think the other story, Dan, is although you were right about the Ravens, I don't know if you were right about the Eagles when they signed. You said they shouldn't have signed a core running back. Saquon looks pretty damn good.
Okay. Here's the thing on that. Saquon did look pretty damn good. That was the best. I mean, I think I saw some stat. Like
That was unbelievable.
He had more touchdowns. I think he's officially been over 500 longer than he's been on the Giants. Something crazy like that. Like
no, he's had more touchdowns than something going back to Daniel Jones the last 5 weeks or something.
Yeah, regardless. He's on a great team. He looked fantastic.
Right.
You know who didn't look fantastic though? Jalen Hurts.
Agreed.
Or Jordan Love.
Agreed.
Or the Eagles secondary.
Agreed.
So everything that I said, Jordan Love is not the top guy like everybody thinks he is.
Take it easy.
Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love. I mean, sorry.
Oh wait, are we at the overreaction part yet or no?
No, not yet.
Okay, I don't know.
Jalen Hurts looked very pedestrian, like very pedestrian. Saquon won the game, like plain and simple.
Right.
Some bad throws by Jordan Love and Saquon Barkley won the game. So he looked impressive. I still think they could work on that secondary a little bit more.
100%. But I mean, you said signing. You're like, why did they sign him? Dude, he just won on the game. You just said that straight out. He'll win you games.
No, he will win you games, but he won't win you a Super Bowl. You need a secondary to win a Super Bowl.
Nah.
That's where some of that money should have gone.
We'll see. I mean,
I don't doubt that. Oh well, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Not much else from that game.
No.
Eagles, the second one looked good.
Yep.
That was a big thing.
Yep.
I don't even know if we need to talk about Panthers Saints. You guys
Nope.
got anything from that game?
Nope. Oh, do we have to do it?
No, we'll wait for a little bit longer
All right.
for that one. We'll wait for a little bit longer on that one.
Before I blow a head gasket?
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit longer on that one. What do we think about this game?
Nothing.
Panthers Saints. Oh, no,
We'll talk about it later. No, bad.
Hey. In
Panthers
the
are
NFC South,
Panthers
though,
are bad.
In the NFC South, I think Saints have a shot at winning that division.
Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I got literally nothing to say for this game. Like, I think I watched maybe 4 seconds of this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got 8 games on going at once. This was not one of them. Another game that was not on my TV at all. Vikings destroy the Giants 28-6 in New York. Anything on this one?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Daniel Jones is horrible.
Anything new from this game?
Sam Darnold did not look bad, but they were playing the Giants.
Dude, Sam Darnold looked. He hit his first 12 throws. He was like 12 for 12,
like, yeah.
12 for 12, like $150 and a touchdown to start the game. That was crazy. Dude, they trusted Daniel Jones to throw the ball 42 times.
When you're down, you have to throw the ball.
Yeah, but like that's so crazy. I don't know. I mean, they got rid of running back Devin Singletary. Looked horrible.
I feel bad for Malik Neighbors, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Just wasted talent.
How many? I'm gonna set an over under at 4.5 weeks before Daniel Jones is benched. What are we taking on that?
Under.
Over. They paid him too much money to bench him.
I'm taking the over too. I think they want to be bad.
Yeah.
They want a top pick next year. Okay. Another interesting game that I kind of wish we talked about a little bit more. Patriots at the Bengals. Trees, New England Patriots at the Bengals. Patriots 16, Bengals 10. I'm gonna let Street start with this. It's your team, your moment. This is the one win you might get this year. Go ahead, take your moment.
Super Bowl contenders, baby. That's what we are. No, real talk though. Hey, the defense is gonna be a problem. I told you this before the season started. Defense is gonna be legit. They're gonna be borderline top 5, definitely top 10 for sure. They're a good defense. The biggest takeaway I took, they like Jerome Mayo. The team likes him. They played for the coach. They're disciplined, good, hard-fought football. They're not going to win many games. Offense sucks. Jacoby Brissett is not the answer. But, hey, we got this one. And it's a good way to start off Jerome Mayo's career as head coach. I truly believe The biggest thing I took away is that he's gonna be. I think, at least he's a decent coach. He doesn't know what he's not doing. You know,
Doesn't know what he's not doing.
he doesn't know.
Hmm.
He's competent as a head coach.
That's what you want to say about your head coach.
I think he's competent, but I think also
It's one game, dude. It's one game.
no, it's one game. But I also like
Albert
that,
Sala looked good in the beginning of his career too.
I also like that the team was disciplined. They played good, hard-fought football. They didn't quit. Jacoby Brissett, he was horrible. Stats don't look good, but hey, they won the game. Ramondre Stevenson looked good. Offensive line looked decent.
Offensive did not look that good, but
At least running the ball, they did.
yeah, but protecting the quarterback, they didn't.
Protecting quarterback, they didn't. That's why they're not starting Drake May.
Yeah, they won it.
I will say if they ended up getting Ayuk, I would have loved that because I think that watching that game, I was like, damn, if we had a single receiver, I mean, no, they're not gonna compete. I'm not saying they're gonna compete with Ayuk, but
Why would you want to do that with Ayuk? You're just wasting him.
It would have been fun to watch. You give
No, it would not be fun to watch. He would pout in the first 2 weeks without getting the ball.
Well, he should too. I'd be pissed off too. You send me to New England. Who wants to live there? Am I right?
Yeah.
And I
But-
got to play with Jacoby Brissett. You know what I mean?
Hey, on the flip side though, Bengals, heap of trouble. Yeah, that I don't want to say that was a must-win game, but they're going against Kansas City next week. I mean, they're going to start another slow start to the season. You know.
Let me first say there's no must-wins in week one. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. But yeah, Cincinnati looks bad. But so there's a couple things with Cincinnati. Chad, I'll let you go in a second. They start slow every year. Every single year they start slow, right? But at the same time, we gotta have a conversation about Burrow. We there yet?
I think he's still hurt. No, I think he's still hurt.
We're not there yet with Burrow.
So when I alluded to I have a whole new top 5, that was a big part of it. He's no longer in my top 5.
I agree. I mean, but I do think he's hurt. Based off what I saw, I think he's genuinely hurt.
I agree, but how long are we gonna play this fiddle here?
That's exactly. He's hurt every year. We say Tua's injury prone. This is the injury prone guy. It's him. He's been healthy one season. He's been good one season.
Like we can't. Go ahead, sure.
You guys see the clip that's going around of him trying to pick up the water bottle?
I think that's a little.
I think so too, but
I think that's a little overreaction. I think he was just picking it up, but you could definitely see like before the huddles, he was definitely like flexing on his arm and like moving it around and like moving his wrist around. You can definitely see that like, there's something there.
Yeah, that's why I told everybody stay away from them in terms of fantasy. That whole team, stay away from them all. But look, man, Burrow. Here's the thing. This is the first. Like we haven't really seen Burrow without weapons, like ever really. Go back to LSU, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, loaded team.
Mm-hmm.
Comes in, he's got T. Higgins, he's got Mixon, he's got Jamar Chase again.
The year after, yeah.
Right, and now, well, he missed the whole first year because he was hurt, so he didn't play his whole first year. So then towards ACL,
right,
didn't play his whole first year, right?
Right.
So another injury, right? This game doesn't have T. Higgins. Chase has the flu or something. I think he's just sick of not being paid. That's really what it is. He seemed disinterested.
Also, wait. Speaking of that, you see what they offered him?
Yeah.
4 years, 140, and he turned that down.
I would turn it down too. I'm a top 5 receiver. I'm young. I should be the highest paid.
He is the highest paid. Wouldn't he be the highest paid with that?
Nope.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think Tyreek would still be just a touch above him. Because Tyreek's not the highest.
No,
paid
Justin
right
Jefferson is the highest, isn't he?
on average, Tyreek is the highest right now. Because Justin Jefferson got the deal, so they pay Tyreek again.
Oh.
If I'm him, I'm not playing either.
Yeah.
You gotta pay me, right? So Burrow, we've never seen him without weapons, and we saw it this week against a team that I think one of us said that they'd be the last team to get a win this season. Like New England was expected to be bad at home.
What are you talking about?
Didn't one of us say that we think the Patriots would be the last team to get a win?
No.
Oh, I didn't say that. No.
No. We talked about someone being.
I said the Texans were gonna be the last one to lose or the last one.
Regardless, maybe I said that. Maybe I said that the Patriots might be the last team to get a win because their schedule's not great. But regardless, Patriots are a bad team. You have to beat the Patriots at home in Week 1.
I mean,
with their backup quarterback.
Yeah.
If you're a Super Bowl contender,
yes,
if you're a team that can contend to win a Super Bowl, you cannot lose to New England in Week 1. I don't care if your wrist is bothering you. I don't care if T. Higgins is out. You have to win that game.
But
you have to win the game.
At the same time, give them credit. Give the Patriots
credit.
The Patriots.
No, sure they
They're-
won, but
Dude,
this is
I think their defense is genuinely really good.
Dude,
I understand that.
they I mean, if we're calling a spade here, the Bengals fumbled at the 1 yard line with an easy walk-in touchdown, and Gasecki dropped that ball in the end zone
In the end
on a perfectly thrown ball. So it's like, I agree their defense isn't bad, but like also like you're acting like they won by like 30. They won by 6.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that it's gonna be every single game is gonna be a hard fought, close game.
Yeah,
I'm not
they're
worried about the
that they
Patriots. I don't
win,
give a
that
shit
they
about the
win, that
Patriots.
they
I'm
win.
gonna be honest with you. I don't give a shit about the Patriots. I'm talking about this is more about this game is about Cincinnati to me more than anything. Patriots could win, sure, whatever. They pour Gatorade draw, man, whatever. I don't give a shit about
they won the Super Bowl.
What
Man.
what I care about is Cincinnati and Joe Burrow looking as bad as he is, and that team looking as bad as they are.
Yeah.
And I know the thing is they start slow every year. I think the last 3 years they're 2-2 or they're
No.
1-3 or
No. 5 years they're 1-4.
talking about the Cincinnati.
Yeah.
For the last 5 years they've been 1-4.
In the first game.
And
The-
week
the-
one game, week one.
Oh, week one.
Week one.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah,
for the
they always
first
start
4
slow.
Weeks,
Oh.
they always start really slow. Yeah, the first 4 weeks they're always 1-3, 2-2, something like that.
I
They
see what you're
always start
saying.
Really slow.
I see what you're saying.
Are we contenders or not? That's what it is. Is Joe Burrow
Yeah.
top guy or not? That's what I'm looking at with this game.
I'm
Not-
not gonna. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
gonna count him out yet because he's Joe Burrow. But
Wait,
I
but
mean,
what does that mean? What does that mean though? When we
Because
say
when-
that, because
when
hold on,
he's-
real quick. I think Joe Burrow, myself included, I think Joe Burrow was given second best quarterback in the league
Yeah.
by a lot of us because he got to the, myself included,
So,
because he got. Hold on a second, because he got to the Super Bowl. Outside of that, what has he done?
So here, the reason why I hold Joe Burrow so high, he's the only active quarterback with a winning record against Mahomes, and it's not like they played 2 games. They played 4 games, and he's 3-1 against Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Only reason. He's
But
proven
so-
he's proven time and time again he's the one
I mean-
quarterback that can go out and beat Mahomes.
So again, just to what Dan's saying, like how many times are we gonna give him the same excuse for like 5 years in a row?
My point exactly.
Like 100%, I agree with you. He went to the Super Bowl like 4 or 5 years ago now, and
Whatever it was.
yeah, he's beaten Mahomes. He's 3-1 against Mahomes. Great, but like
Once in the playoffs. Only one time.
every time there's a discussion on that, that's what everyone says. And it's like 5 years ago. It's like how long are we gonna do that for? Like
But-
if they don't make the playoffs this year, he's gonna do the same thing next year. Oh, well, he beat Mahomes. He's 3-1 against Mahomes. He's the second best quarterback. Like no,
I mean, no. If they miss the playoffs, then he's out of discussion. But I think,
why? Because he's
And
gonna have
why?
the same record against Mahomes,
What?
and he's been in the Super Bowl. That's
no,
what you're saying.
No, I think
That's
this
your
year-
criteria.
No, I'm saying this year, I think he's one of those quarterbacks that you have to judge based off playoff performances. He's at
You
that
gotta
tier.
get there. You
No,
gotta
no,
get
that's
to the
what, no,
playoffs.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If he misses the playoffs again, he drops out of that tier where we're automatically starting to think about his regular season performances. And yes, I agree with you. I'm gonna give him this year to ride it out and see how he does.
I've given him too many years.
This is my last year with him. If he does well, then hey,
I'm at one of those stages where it's like I got to see it to believe it.
I'm there. I'm right there with you. He had one great run. Eli Manning had 2 great runs. Is Eli Manning? Like, show me something. You have weapons, right? Like the first time we see him without Higgins and Chase is not happy, and
No Mixon.
you can't beat the Patriots at home in Week 1. Come on. So, Bengals on my watch list this year because Burrow and the Bengals are on my watch list. I think, like I said, we've anointed him really for one run is what we did because yeah, he's beaten. He's 3-1 against Mahomes only once in the playoffs. He made the Super Bowl that 1 year. We've anointed him for one run, and I think it's time we knock him off that. Unless he proves us all wrong, which hope he does, but you gotta show me.
Hey,
All
on
right.
the flip side, one last thing I want to say on the
Yeah.
Patriots defense. This kid Christian Gonzalez, he's special. I truly believe he's gonna be a top corner by the end of the league.
A top corner, the top corner. What do you mean?
Top three. He's special. So
Okay.
here, you want to hear his stats against top receivers?
We've seen all this. I know all this.
AJ
He's
Brown, 4 receptions, 40 yards. Devontae Smith, 2 receptions, 22. Tyreek Hill, 17 routes run, 0 receptions, 1 pick. Jalen Waddle, 1 reception, 15 yards. Garrett Wilson, 3 catches, 18 yards. Jamar Chase, 3 catches, 20 yards. This kid's special.
He's
I
good.
think
He's big. He's a big
for-
corner. He's a quick corner. He's good. I like him.
He missed half the year last year with that shoulder injury. He can put together, and it's only his second season. He can put together a good season. That secondary is gonna be good.
Okay, but they can't score points. Anyway, so we'll move on to Steelers Falcons. I think this was an interesting game too. Chad, I'll let you start with this.
I don't think it was interesting at all. That was a snooze fest.
Really?
Dude, the Steelers won on 6 field goals.
EJ Watt was a monster.
Agreed. He's the best defensive player in the league.
I think he's the best player in the league. He was
That's
I just said dominant, dude. He was dominant,
recency bias is just crazy.
dude. Every play, man. Holy cow, that dude was in the backfield. It was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a defensive player so dominant in a single game.
You ever watched Aaron Donald?
I have.
You ever seen Darrell Revis?
Trayvon Diggs?
Okay, relax. Christian Gonzalez?
John Bland?
You ever seen Christian Gonzalez, man? Let me
Yo,
tell you
yo,
that boy.
that's
Hey, Christian Gonzalez, man, that kid right there, that cornerback in New England, he's a special guy, you know?
Yeah, but hey, TJ was dominant. Steelers.
Nah, he was.
Agreed, but you thought the game was interesting?
I did, and for a couple
How?
of one TJ Watt, and I was interested to see what the Falcons were going to look like.
Yeah, and they look like
They look like shit. Kirk looks like shit. The whole team is shit. Atlanta is shit. The whole city is shit. Dude, that was.
Bijan's not. You can't even say he is.
Nah, Bijan's good.
Bijan's
bro,
good.
Kirk Cousins looked terrible.
Agreed. Put in Penix already.
I see why they drafted Penix. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins stinks. The Falcons stink.
It's almost like he's old off an Achilles.
Weird, huh? All right. Yeah, other than that, no touchdowns for the Steelers. Russell Wilson not playing again this week, so Justin Fields again for a second week in a row.
I think that in my mind, there's no world in which Russell Wilson should ever start for that team.
Should or will?
Should.
Okay.
I think he will. I don't think he should. What's the point?
I agree.
Maybe Justin Fields is your guy. I don't think so, but maybe.
No,
Russell Wilson's definitely not your guy.
I actually do think he should start.
Why?
But if you look at their offense, right? Like they wanted to push the ball down the field. Justin Fields is just not accurate. Like I think if
Justin made a couple good throws.
he made a couple, but I think the way they want to play that offense, pushing the ball down the field, I think Russ is better for that.
Pushing the ball down the field, dude. Russ, I think averaged like 4 yards per route run or per pass last year. Russ wasn't pushing nothing.
I mean, so
Yeah, you're thinking of Seattle Russell Wilson.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm going off of.
Yeah, when he's
That was 5 years ago. What are we?
yeah, you didn't watch the Broncos last year, clearly.
I don't know. They can't do the quick pass game with him. With Justin Fields, it's not accurate. I don't know.
I mean, to me, you're not going to win a Super Bowl anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see what you've got in Fields. I don't know. My opinion. Defense was dominant, though. I will say that.
Yep.
Okay. Next game. Great game, actually. Texans versus Colts. Texans win 29-27. Chad, what do you got on this game?
Ooh, the Texans, I think, are legit. I think they're only going to get better. Someone made a really wise statement that they're going to be the last undefeated team. Could have been anyone.
Who was that?
But that seems like it's a good bet right now. The Colts did hang in, though. They had a couple good plays. Anthony Richardson is a tough one for me. I know you guys keep hating on it, but every time I watch him play, he reminds me of Cam Newton.
No, I don't hate on him. I actually like him.
I like him too, but that's who he reminds me of. He's a big guy, physical runner, has a rocket of an arm, but his accuracy is like, eh. Do you disagree, Dan?
Look,
I'm not saying he is Cam Newton. I'm saying he reminds me.
Does he remind me of Cam Newton a little bit?
Okay, that's all I wanted.
But let's not sleep on Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton for that 1 year.
Dude, 1 year. You're telling me you can't see Anthony Richardson have a year like that?
16-1, or what was it 15-1 going to the Super Bowl? I don't see
Yeah, 15-1.
MVP.
Well,
I don't see him having a year like that.
I can see him having an MVP year.
I see.
Really?
Going to the
I
Super
hope
Bowl
so. I like
15-1, no, but going to the winning MVP. Yeah.
Okay. He's fun to watch. Dude, he had that one throw. Oh my god, where he got hit down low. He slipped a little bit and shot that thing like 70 yards, bro.
To Pierce.
The talent is
Dude, he threw that off his back foot, fading away,
Yes.
like 67 yards in the air on a string.
Hey.
The talent is It's there. The talent is absolutely
No
there.
doubt. But dude, his accuracy. Sometimes I'm watching him and I'm like, dude, what
are
is
you
he
seeing?
like? Where are you throwing the ball right now?
Yeah.
Like it's just,
But he was a project coming in. I think they knew that he was raw.
of
He was
course,
ultra talented.
of
We'll
course.
see, but special kid.
Yeah,
Hey, Stroud looked good.
Shot look good. Shot look good.
I think he looked pretty
He
good.
looked okay.
Yeah.
He looked all right.
He didn't look like a sophomore slump. I'll tell you that.
No, I mean he didn't look fantastic. He didn't look like a top 5 guy, but
Who did look good? Mr. Yo Mixon.
yeah, man, that's the thing right there. Is Joe Mixon gonna get 30 touches every game?
I hope
don't
so.
think so.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It'll help my
Nico
fantasy
Collins
team, but
looked
all right.
good. Diggs looked good. Diggs caught 2 touchdowns. He was already complaining. I think like 8 minutes into the game, he was complaining about not getting the ball. Then he got 2 touchdowns. So
Yeah, that's the problem. Not a good problem.
Diggs is gonna complain if he doesn't get the ball. Tank Dell looks like just from week 1, he's now sliding into that third receiver role, and I think he's okay with it. He's a young guy. He wants Diggs.
Did anyone else think he was going to be something else?
I thought he was gonna be the number 2 receiver over Diggs.
That's crazy.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's crazy.
With Diggs' age and
That's crazy.
You know.
You think Diggs will let that happen?
well, that's the thing. That's the we saw it.
Bro,
It was-
Diggs is not old.
It looks like okay, he's older. It looks like Diggs wasn't getting targeted. He complained and he got the targets. So we'll see what happens with that team. Defense looked pretty good too. Just a fun game overall. I enjoyed it. Next game, Cardinals Bills. Bills win 34-28. They were down 17-3 in this game and came back to win.
Mm-hmm.
Shree, what do you think?
You know, I was actually interested in this game because I think it shows their new philosophy on offense, running the ball. Even when they're down, they did not get away from the run. Josh Allen had that fumble, classic Josh Allen, but he also ran the ball like a big man. Talk about looking like Cam Newton. He was a big dude running that ball. He looked good. Hey, good win for the Bills. Cardinals also look good. I think they said they're going to start working on getting Marvin Harrison the ball more.
We think?
I think
Did you see his speed in the game? His fastest route run was 16 miles an hour. Maybe fast for us, but that's slow.
That's not fast. That's not fast.
Hey,
That's
it can go.
relatively slow.
It can only go up for him, right?
Yeah. What
But
I
yeah,
will
no.
say about this, game, yeah, Cardinals came out good. The offense looked good. Chad said I think potentially top 5 offense in the league.
Yeah.
Right. They look good. Honestly, this game could have gone either way. At the end, there was a clear pass interference that would have given the Cardinals 4 shots at the end zone, up the field. Call wasn't made for, I'm not sure what reason. Yeah, it is what it is. Cardinals look good, but Josh Allen, he's Superman. He looked good. The only problem is I don't know that I like him running the ball as much as he is, especially week 1 against the Cardinals. Like I don't know that I love that. Same with Lamar. I don't. That's the same thing I was talking about with Lamar. I don't know that I love. He's already hurt. Like he's got a hand injury now, right? Like I know it's nothing major, but I'm just saying week 1. I don't know that especially against a team like the Cardinals. Cardinals are a fun team. They're not a competitive team. We would think, right?
Right.
I don't know that I love him running the ball as much as he is. Long term.
Yeah.
Chad, you got anything else?
No, Cardinals are going to be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to a ton of games, but they're going to make it close and interesting. And I love watching Kyler Murray waddle around the field with his huge helmet, looking like a toddler. I agree with Dan. I don't know if for the Bills to win, Josh Allen does have to play like this, and I don't think it's sustainable. If he has 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns a game, they'll probably win a lot of games. But I just don't think it's sustainable for the Bills.
I think there's 5 games in the year where he should be doing stuff like this. Week 1 against the Cardinals at home is not one of them.
No.
Right.
Agreed.
So, again, close game. Wish we saw that pass interference. Give Kyle 4 more chances at the end zone. We did. It is what it is. All right. Next game we got Caleb Williams' first game, 24-17 against the Titans. Titans were actually up 17-0 in this game, and the Bears came back. What do we think about this?
So we originally were going to do a segment called The Best Play. My best play from this one is when Will Levis threw an interception and then was on his knees holding his helmet.
Dude,
That was the funniest thing ever.
Funniest passes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It falling down, flicking the ball right to the defender.
Just the visual of him not trying to tackle the guy, just falling to his knees and holding his helmet, just
What did I just do?
it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was relatable, but yeah. I was surprised how much Tony Pollard was involved. I know they paid him a lot of money, but I think going into the year they thought Tajay Spears and him would kind of go 50-50, and it looked like Tony Pollard did get most of the workload. But I think they're still going to be bad. Titans are going to be bad.
I mean, in fairness, he didn't have DeAndre Hopkins. He only played the last drive. So
I mean, you think that's like the difference maker?
Tree likes to think about what it was like 5 years ago.
I mean, hey,
2 years ago maybe.
Hopkins is still like an average
Say
receiver.
it. No, he's about to say
He was
top
about to
receiver.
say top
He was about
something.
to say top
I could
receiver.
see it on his lips.
No, absolutely not. I would say maybe
We've been
top
doing this
20.
long enough, Tree. We know what you about to say.
Top
Maybe
three,
top 25.
top three, top two.
No, he's one, bro. Him and Deshaun. Those were crazy days.
Run it back, dude.
What do you guys think about Caleb? And the Bears in general?
Caleb was a disappointing start, I think,
Yeah,
but I think he did show some glimpses that he's gonna end up being really good. I still have a lot of faith in him end up being really good. He's got so many weapons around him that he's just got to find a way to get the ball to those guys, and they'll
We'll
make it
see,
happen.
because Rome is going to be out for a little while. Keenan Allen's already banged up, so we'll see.
Well,
what
we know
happens.
Keenan Allen's gonna be banged up
Yep.
forever.
Yeah.
tough start for him, but some of those throws on the run, I was like, whoa, he is slinging it.
Yeah, he can
They're-
throw
they're
it.
darts. They're darts.
He can throw it.
You know.
Yeah, the defense looked really good too.
Yeah.
Now we'll see what happens when they play a real team, but that defense looked good too.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. How
No, their defense is gonna be good. Their secondary is very, very good.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson's the second best corner in the league.
Who's the best?
Pat Surtain.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey.
Christian Gonzalez. Christian
I
Gonzalez.
I no, I thought you were gonna say
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey's three. Ramsey's three. My
Ramsey
guy's
is
three.
not 3.
He's three.
No,
Ramsey's
thank you.
talk
Yes, thank you.
about 5 years ago.
Hey, Ramsey's.
No, he's
still
not.
three.
No, he's not.
Ramsey-
Yeah, Xavier Rhodes is number 2.
Okay, relax.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know who that is? All right. Anyway,
Do I know who that is?
no, Shree.
Oh. What team was he on when he became really good? Xavier Rhodes.
Minnesota.
All right, nice.
All right, interesting. All right,
You know what we should do, Dan? Sorry to keep cutting you off.
you're good.
One of these weeks, we should have just a football quiz for Shree. See what he gets.
We should do that. I think that'd be a fun idea.
All right, yo, Dan, get to your team, bro.
No, no,
Get to
shut
your
up. You know, I think
He doesn't want to do it.
that might be an off-season thing. In the off-season,
All
that'd be a
right.
fun episode. We come up with random questions for Shree and see what he knows.
See what he knows.
Write that down. Write that down. That's a good idea. You know, John, that's a great
Uh,
idea. We should do
all right,
that.
yo, I think we should skip the next game. We spent
All
too
right.
much time.
Anyway, Jaguars at Dolphins. Dolphins come out on top after a comeback, 20-17. Dolphins didn't look good. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first half was not good at all. But what I will say about this game and what I will say about this team, obviously that's my team. Look, this is a game that last year's team and the team the year before that would not have won. They absolutely would not have won that game. This team, they're a flashy team. At least they were a flashy team, right? And when things got rough, and when they go down, they face some adversity. They weren't good. Let's be honest with you. The only game that they looked good with adversity was against the Cowboys last year. That was the only one that I've seen in the last 2 years where some real adversity hit and they came out and they played well. That was really the only one. This is a game that this Dolphins team, last year and the year before, would not have won. And my play of the week would have been Javon Collins' punch out at the goal line because that game was about to be 24-7. I'm sorry, 24-7. And he punches that ball out. He fumbles it. They recover in the end zone. Next play, 80 yards. Tyreek, they're right back in the game. Jaguars looked okay too. Brian Thomas is gonna be special. I like him a lot.
He's gonna be really good.
He's gonna be special. I was saying it, I think he's the second best receiver in this draft class behind Malik Neighbors. I'm not really high on Marvin Harrison, but I think he's gonna be special. He's gonna be good. Trevor Lawrence made some good throws too. I think the biggest thing for them, they had some really poor play calling towards the end of the game. But yeah, Dolphins came out with a win. Hey, a win's a win. We take it, and I like to see some fight in this team. So that's good.
Why didn't Trevor Lawrence throw the ball in the second half? Really?
So I have a Jaguars friend who we were obviously going back and forth throughout the whole game, and he said this is classic Jaguars. Jaguars find a way to lose every game, and it's because of the play calling. For some reason, Doug Peterson won't take over play calling, and he relies on this guy who he was with in Philadelphia to run the plays, and he trusts him. And this is game after game after
He
game.
shouldn't.
Where it's bad decision making. They were up 3 with like 3 minutes to go, went for it on 4th down at their own 30.
Yeah.
And the number 3 corner in the league, Jalen Ramsey, made a fantastic
Number
down
3 corner.
to tackle him and hit him right before the line of scrimmage, or before the first
Number
marker.
20 corner in the league.
And
Facts. Give facts.
but it's a great play. Great play. I think Tree, you got anything from this game?
No, I mean, good come from behind win by the Dolphins, you know. Dan, I do have a question for you, though.
Yo.
After this week and watching the Dolphins, do you feel more or less confident for them against the top dogs in the AFC?
More. For sure.
More?
Yeah, for sure.
I actually think less.
Well, you don't really know football, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's what, and it's exactly what I said. This team like actually showed some fight, and they don't. I'm saying the last 2 years, watched every snap of every game. The last 2 years, they did not have any fight. When they go down, once they go down, that's it for them. They're over. The games that they come out hot, they score 70 points. Yeah, they look great. But the games where they're down, they're playing good teams. It doesn't look. And let's say what we want. Jacksonville's a good team. Jacksonville's defense was fantastic tonight or the other day. Their offense was pretty good too. Jacksonville's a good team. All right, 8-3 last year before Trevor went down. They were a good team. They showed some fight, so I definitely feel more confident in the Dolphins than I did before this week.
Yep.
Talk about Tyreek Hill at all?
No.
Tyreek. We all know Tyreek got
detained.
arrested twice.
Got detained. He got detained.
He got detained 2 times
There we go.
Sunday.
I'm not arrested. Dan, I have a serious question for you here. Are you worried that Mike McDaniel might be more concerned about his looks than his coaching?
That's what Miami does to people, man.
Dude, he's getting out of hand with his looks.
What do you mean? What's wrong with him?
Dude.
He's feeling himself a little bit. He's a head coach now. He just got
Nah,
an extension.
bro.
He's coaching the fastest show on turf, the number 1 player in the league. Look,
No.
he's in Miami.
No, he's getting out of control, man.
He is. He bought himself a Bentley the other day. Shree showed me that. He bought himself a new Bentley the other day.
Yeah, dude, rolling up his Bentley with his designer bag, with his freaking capris on, with his gelled hair and his sunglasses. He's just, dude, with his like Prada sweatsuit, like, dude, rein it in a little bit. Focus on football. I like my coaches showing up with their gut out, having stains on their sweatshirts, sweatpants, disheveled look, hair all a mess.
Yeah, no, look, am I concerned about it? No.
I know, I was kidding.
No, I'm not concerned about it. I like McDaniel. I think
it's funny.
I think
It's funny.
Good. I like McDaniel.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Tyreek Hill got detained before the game. Shree had a great quote in the game. He should have got a ticket again on that play where he ran right past the defenders. That was one of Shree's good takes. It is what it is. I'm not really going to touch on it. I don't think we need to touch on it. But let me tell you the emotional roller coaster that I went through when I first saw him on the ground. Not for nothing. We needed him to play in that game. I was just worried he wasn't going to play. That would be the most Dolphins shit ever for Tyreek, the best player, to not play in week 1. So, yeah, I don't know. Not really much else from this game.
Yep.
All right. Next game, don't think we have to spend too much time on it. Broncos Seahawks 26-20.
Great. Move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Another game I don't think we have to spend much time on. Chargers Raiders. Y'all got anything from that?
No, move on.
Yeah. All right. Cowboys Browns. Anything from this game?
Tom Brady.
Deshaun sucks.
Deshaun sucks. Tom Brady sucks.
Tom Brady's
Who's
bad.
worse, Deshaun as a quarterback or Tom Brady as an announcer? What do we got?
Ooh, that's a good question,
sure?
actually.
Real talk. Deshaun.
I know. Let's give him one more year, Shree.
Yeah, Bats, one more. Real talk though. How many weeks before Deshaun gets benched for Jameis?
Dude, they paid him too much money. You don't understand how contracts work.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have to.
I agree if they're not a good team. This genuinely could be a good team.
I don't think it matters.
Let me say something real quick about Deshaun. Yeah, Deshaun's not very good, but that offensive line was doing him no favors this week.
Agreed.
He was running for his life.
Agreed.
This week. All right, he's playing the Cowboys, a really good team. Let's give him a little bit longer before we say
and let's be honest. I like Jameis. He's not very good.
No, he's not. But I think he might give them a better chance.
I don't think so.
Right now.
Not with this offensive.
I don't think so.
This offensive line is bad. Just actually really bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Deshaun will give you 30, but he'll take away 30. 30 for 30.
What?
No, he's talking about Jameis. Jameis 1 year through 30.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what?
I know.
Oh, also, just real quick. Best kicker in the NFL now? Brandon Aubrey?
Dude, it's not close. When he lined up for that 71-yarder...
Dude, I was hyped.
Oh, dude,
I
me
was
and my brother,
hyped.
we were screaming at the TV.
Oh, let him kick it.
Let him kick it.
He had a
Oh my
chance,
god,
man.
I wish we could have saw him nail that. 'Cause I think he would have made it. Like, let me be honest. I think he would have made it. It would have been.
It would have been.
He would have made
It would have been close.
It would have been a tight game, yeah. But you know, I think this guy's got it. He got the leg power to do it.
Chad, you got anything on Cowboys though?
Dak's contract? What do you think about Dak's
Yeah,
contract?
That's a lot of money.
What was it, 4,260? Is that what it was?
A lot of money.
240,
Too much money for me to comprehend.
Hey, I'm seriously confused as to why they didn't guarantee the whole thing. They
told
did
you.
230. They did 231 out of 240. Like,
Oh, 240,
why?
whatever it is.
Yeah, why did
Dude,
they
it's
not
gotta
guarantee
just be a salary cap thing.
9 million.
It's gotta just be a
think so?
salary cap thing. But Cowboys,
Oh no, Chad. This is our year, baby.
it's not our year.
Our year, baby.
Dude, they don't have enough weapons. All right, they have CeeDee Lamb. I think he's
Zeke, what do you mean? Leave
no.
back.
Listen. CeeDee Lamb. I think he's the second best wide receiver in the league.
Behind who?
Tyreek, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, baby.
Yeah, I think CeeDee Lamb's slotted himself as the second best wide receiver in the league. But
I had a Jefferson, huh? Okay.
I think
I'm
so.
not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Okay.
The running backs not going to be good. Yesterday or whatever Sunday, they looked okay, right? Zeke actually looked like he had a little pep in his step, surprisingly, but it's not going to last. I mean, he can't play a full season like that, and I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried about literally. I'm not depressed. I'm just worried about how they're gonna move the ball outside of CeeDee Lamb.
Dan,
Ferguson got hurt. Brandon Cooks, I mean, washed.
Hey, yo, he's got caught a touchdown.
Okay, nice. But
Top
it's top 5, yeah.
Top 5. Hey, he had 4 for 40.
No, well, I get what Chad's saying, though. I get what Chad's saying.
They just don't. They don't have weapons outside of CeeDee Lamb. They just don't.
Chad. Let's be honest. The real reason you're depressed.
I'm not depressed.
You know they're gonna go 12-5, and lose the first game in the playoffs.
Okay, shut up, Shree. Listen, yeah, Chad, I agree with you. They don't have enough weapons, and now tight end's out. Ferguson's out.
Ferguson's out.
Oh,
Ooh, cut that. Yeah, he's out. So it's gonna be tough, right? The Browns defense is good, for sure. But the Browns couldn't score, so it didn't matter that much. When they play a good team, and you have to be able to score consistently, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that once, after CeeDee Lamb. So we'll see how it goes. I think they need to do something, and I don't think Jerry's going to do anything. But I would love a trade or something like that to get another weapon.
you'd love to see another receiver play there.
I would.
A legit number 2, right? Brandon Cooks is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
You need a second receiver. Like it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna blanket CeeDee Lamb. It's really gonna get to that point. Now CeeDee's great and he can run all the routes and he can get open, but eventually you're gonna need another target, especially with Ferguson out, because that was kind of Dak's safety blanket when CD wasn't open last year.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want to get another skill player in there. I agree.
Talk about a team that should try to go get Devontae. I don't know what that
Don't
trade
have
will look
money,
like.
bro. You gotta
Devontae Adams, yeah.
Kick that can down the road.
I wish.
Yeah.
No, they don't need a player like that. They need a wide receiver too, who's going to be solid for them.
They need a Jacoby Myers type guy. They need
No, not Jacoby Myers. That was a terrible idea.
Chris Godwin.
I don't even think they need that. I don't even think they need Chris Godwin.
I would love a Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I don't even think you need that. I think you need a
Alan Lazard.
No.
Something like that.
No.
I think so. I think something.
No.
Some guy who's
No.
reliable, who doesn't drop.
No.
Back and go to.
No.
I think that's all you need.
No.
I really do.
No. Bad. No.
Okay, give me one name. Give me one name.
Terry McLaurin.
You know, I actually wouldn't mind.
Who?
Terry McLaurin. No. You know what I'd actually love as a possession receiver. Actually, I don't know if he's still good anymore, because he's been on such a bad team. Adam Thielen.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
No, he's.
I like that.
He's. I can't tell if he's bad because he's old now and he's bad, or just because he's in the Panthers.
It's
I mean, he also got traded to the Panthers after his ACL. So
Yeah, maybe that was a bad example, but just like
Yeah.
I want a player like that, like a possession receiver. Now
And
that's
Alan
the
Lazard.
first one that comes to mind. Alan Lazard is not a possession receiver.
No, I
No,
know.
I- Yeah, a guy that's quick that can get you 5-6 yards, bro.
Yeah, just like someone
Well,
that's reliable. I don't need another freaking
Like a
deep.
Julian
I don't
Edelman,
need like a deep,
Wes
deep,
Welker.
deep ball threat. I don't care about that. I need someone who's gonna catch the ball, who's gonna run good routes, and catch the ball.
Terry McLaurin might actually be perfect for that. I think he's better than a wide receiver too. I think he's a legit talent wide receiver.
I would love Terry McLaurin.
I think. I mean, I think he's a wide receiver too, just because he's getting older now. But
Yeah, I think he's got the talent. But yeah, a guy like that, I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
Last game. Speaking of Terry McLaurin,
One more game. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers routing the Washington Commanders 37-20. What do we think about this game?
Actually, hold on. Before we move on, Keenan Allen, come on,
Okay.
that'd be
no,
good.
that-
All right, yeah,
that-
move on.
That's a guy.
That's just the one that came to mind. Sorry, go ahead.
Mike
Um,
Williams.
Not Mike
Yeah, I mean-
Williams.
hey, Buccaneers look good. Baker.
That boy Baker.
That boy Baker. He a bad man.
Yeah, he's a bad man.
You want to know what Shree called me the other day? Shree goes, hey, by the end of the year, Baker's going to be top 10. So
Is he not? Chad, you don't believe that. By the end of the year, he's not gonna be top 10. Wow.
What do we have another segment to go to or something?
Yeah, we do. But
Dude,
I
I just can't like what you're saying sometimes is not crazy, but just your recency bias just kills me.
Hey,
It's like,
This
dude,
is- this
dude, like
isn't
you could have
recent.
someone that you never heard of
Yo, this
have
is-
3
this isn't
touchdowns in a
recent.
game, and you think he's like top 5.
this isn't recently biased. Go back to the last 6 games of last year, and then this first game. Baker's been the 3rd best quarterback in the league,
Okay,
performance-wise. He's been really good.
I
And
agree.
The Buccaneers.
best. Let's not do that.
I mean, they played
I
Washington.
love Baker, but
Baker played outstanding. He played the best any quarterback did in week 1 for sure.
leading the MVP votes right now. But
Great. You want to
No,
bet he's gonna win the
Buccaneers-
MVP? I'll bet you he doesn't.
no.
Okay.
But hey, Buccaneers, they look good. You know,
I like the
they're-
Buccaneers this year.
They're a team that, let's put it like this, they're not gonna make noise in the playoffs, but you don't want to face them in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I don't hate
you
that
got,
take.
you got what I'm saying? Like you
I don't
don't
hate
want to
that
play
take.
them.
Yeah.
You don't want to play them in the playoffs because like you wouldn't be too surprised if they beat you. So, hey,
I don't
they're a
hate that
decent
take.
team.
Yeah.
Mike Evans balled out. Chris Godwin looked good. Rashad White in the pass game looked good.
I think Rashad White's bad, for being honest. At running the ball in the passing
Yeah,
game, he's all right, but as a runner, I don't
I
think he's
mean,
good.
it's like running the ball, he's bad. But hey, he got 6 for 75 passing.
Yeah.
Chris,
hey, he's a great pass catcher. But that's why they drafted the rookie, is because they knew that Rashad White's not a great runner of the ball.
But hey, defense looked decent. Like they're a good team. But on the flip side, Jay Daniels, what do you think about his debut?
I think
Kind of
he's. Go ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
you're good.
No, you go ahead.
I
No, I think he's.
I think he kind of is what we expected. He's an athlete who could run the ball.
Yep.
Didn't look great throwing the ball, but he can run the ball for sure.
Does
Good for
he?
fantasy.
Does
Good
he?
fantasy.
Who? I'm blanking on the guy. Does he remind you of the other quarterback that you used to have from Baylor?
RG3.
RG3, yeah. Like,
How did you forget RG3's name?
No, he does not remind me of RG3.
kind of did a little running the ball.
I don't think so. So my problem with Jaden Daniels was when I was watching the game, just because I was curious about like how he was going to look. And what I saw from him is whenever the pocket collapsed, he was able to move out of the pocket, which is great. But immediately his eyes went to, I'm going to run the ball, rather than like moving out of the pocket and looking downfield, looking to throw. He immediately was tuck the ball under my arm and run. And that's what I think he needs to work on, because he's a crazy athlete, right? Crazy fast, crazy athlete. It's just like that's what he's got to work on. I think he'll end up being good if he continues to develop. Like I think he showed some stuff that he's good at, but yeah. I don't think the Commander is going to be good anytime soon, regardless.
I agree.
Good.
All right, let's move on. It's been a while on that. That covers every game from week 1.
Now we're gonna preview every game from week 2.
Yes. No, we're not gonna do that.
No.
I got some overreactions. NFL, they literally call it Overreaction Monday for a reason, because we watch games, and Shree's a perfect example of that. loves to
Mhm.
overreact to things that happened throughout the week. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple things, and I want you guys to tell me if you think these are overreactions or if they're justified.
Okay.
Okay.
Should
First
I,
one.
should I let Shrew go first every time?
No. Sure. You can
All
do
right.
that.
All right.
You can do that.
There you go.
The first one that I have is the Carolina Panthers would lose to the Georgia Bulldogs of the NCAA.
They would not lose. They would not lose.
You said they would.
I said it would be a first game.
No, you didn't. You want no. Let me pull up the text before we do this.
Read the first one. Read the first one.
Hold on.
I said they might.
They might lose to Georgia, and I said, "Tell me you don't know football without telling me." He said, "Are you following that game?" I said, "Yes." He says, "You don't, and you don't think it'd be a close game?" I said, "I do not." He said, "That's crazy."
Close game. Close game,
No.
Chad. Close game. Dude, they look bad. They look bad.
Dude,
Their quarterback, what's his name? Oh, do you don't think they regret trading up for him? Holy cow, they look bad. Oh my lord. Did you see his 2 picks? Did you see his 2 picks? They
Dude.
are so bad. I genuinely think I could have thrown a better ball on those 2 picks. Genuinely think I could have thrown a better ball. He just threw it right to him.
you're
Dude,
delusional.
Their team.
You're delusional.
Dude,
You're delusional.
They look bad. They look bad.
I would love to see you
I'm
throw a
not-
football with
but-
pads on
yeah.
over an offensive line with
Yeah.
an NFL defense.
I'm not gonna say they would lose to them, but hey, I don't know if it'll be like a blowout game.
100% it would.
Oh man.
100% it would. You're crazy if you think any college team would compete with an NFL team. Crazy.
I literally have nothing to say about this.
What do you
They're
think?
bad.
What is your opinion?
What do I think? I think Shree's an idiot.
Okay, well, there we go.
Dude, there's no chance Georgia would be able to compete with Carolina. Do you understand?
All right, hey, wait, pause before you say anything. All right, you want to go back to the last 3 games? Last 3 games, going back to last season.
I don't care about their
They
games.
they put up 0 points, 0 points, and 10 points.
I don't
They put
care.
up 10 points. They put 10 up, or however many points they put up in garbage time. 10 points.
I don't
In the
care.
last 3 games.
I
Oh
don't
my-
care.
Dude, they're bad.
Let me, dude. Bryce Young beat Georgia when he was in college
Yeah, with
with college
CD
players.
with CD Lamb, with
You don't even
who
know.
did he have-
No, you don't even know what college CD Lamb went to. If you think he was on the same
Waddle?
team, you don't even. It's crazy. Do you think every Georgia player is going to the NFL?
No.
Do you think every starter is going to the NFL?
I think a lot of defensive players are.
I don't even want to have this argument anymore.
It's not fun. It's like it's not really.
It's literally the
fun.
dumbest thing ever.
I'm not saying they'll beat them. I'm definitely not saying they'll beat them.
It would not be remotely close.
Yeah, so he had Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield, not bad. At Alabama.
Okay.
Well, let's see his wide receivers. I'm just trying to go back to his wide receivers.
Okay. So go, Shri.
Yeah.
Name me 5 players on Georgia right now.
You can't name
can't-
5 players on the Panthers.
Then how do you know how good they are if you don't know who the players are?
Adam Thielen and Bryce
What?
Young. Adam Thielen and Bryce Young.
No, I'm talking about Georgia.
All right, wait. Pause.
You're gonna look it up,
No, here. This is who he had catching the ball for him
okay?
in Alabama.
I don't.
Devontae Smith,
Great, great.
Jerry Jeudy, Jahmyr Gibbs.
One of them's a running back, but okay,
Catching the ball. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs barely runs the ball in Detroit now.
great. I'm happy for him. Name me 5 players on Georgia.
I can't.
Okay,
Gonna
so
be honest, I can't.
okay,
but
so how are you gonna say that team's gonna beat him if you don't even know who's on the team?
I'm just saying as a team. I'm not saying they're beating them.
Okay,
Get rid of the beat. I'm saying it's gonna be a decent game.
Like what?
I'm saying
like
they'll
within
here,
how many
here.
points? Within how many points?
Within 10 to 14 points.
So you think it's gonna be a 2-score game and you can't name 3 players on
Yeah.
that team?
I genuinely think it's gonna be a 2-score game.
Do you see how dumb that is?
Nah,
He doesn't. He doesn't see it done.
I don't.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can't. Who's their head coach?
Georgia?
Yep.
Kirby.
Kirby what?
Kirby Smart.
Defensive coordinator.
You got that one.
Come on, Chad. You don't even know the defensive coordinator.
Right. I'm saying they would kill Georgia. I don't care who's on the
Who's
team.
the Carolina defensive coordinator?
I don't care.
Who's the Carolina head coach?
It's a rule.
No, it's not.
Frank Reich.
Chad, no, Chad.
Three. Listen to me. An NFL team, or sorry, a college team would never beat an NFL team. I don't care.
Guys, I'm not saying beat. You gotta get rid of beat.
Okay. A college team would never compete with an NFL team.
A 2-score game? Yeah, they would.
No, they would not.
I think they would be a 2-score game.
That's just
You
the dumbest
know
thing ever.
so little about sports. It's unbelievable. Like,
Put that in the poll. Put that in the poll.
okay, I will, because holy cow.
Chat. Y'all know.
I'll put that on Twitter. Y'all can vote on it.
Dude, that's just like you don't understand football. Like, they don't even think about players. Like, you don't even understand football schemes. If you think that's gonna happen. You don't understand. Like how different
The
NFL
game
and
is.
college players are, and how different the game is. You just don't understand.
I agree with you. I agree that
You
it's
do
really
not
different.
agree with me.
I
The
agree.
only thing that's the same about college and NFL is I'm smoking in both video games. That's literally the only thing that's the same. It's two completely different games, dude.
How many times have you seen a good college quarterback go to the NFL and not be good?
Plenty.
Right.
Bryce Young.
There it is.
Bryce
Bryce
Young.
Young.
Perfect.
Mac Jones.
So hold
Okay.
on, Street. Do you
Here.
think it'd be a close game between Bryce Young's Alabama and the Panthers team?
Yeah. Like if Bryce Young is on Alabama, he played better on Alabama than he is right now.
Because it's a different sport, bro.
Also,
You're making the point for us.
Dude, college is so much easier than the NFL. It's crazy.
Also, that Alabama team had studs on offense.
It doesn't matter.
Here's the thing you're not understanding, dude. They're kids. These are grown men.
Yo, Georgia got some dogs in them.
Who? Name them.
I don't know. They got some big men.
Great.
Dude, it's a grown man's game. Like, you made the point for us that he came into the NFL and was not good.
Okay.
All right, we're moving on because that's some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
Keep
Okay.
going.
Overreaction number 2. The Giants will not win a game this year.
No, that's not. I think that's an overreaction.
That's an overreaction.
Mhm.
Sure.
Don't win a game.
They'll win a game. Yeah.
Okay.
They'll be the
Number
Commanders.
3. Number 3. The new kickoff rule is the most useless thing the NFL has ever done in terms of change.
Ever?
I disagree.
You disagree? Okay.
Trying to
Yeah,
think of
because
ever.
dude, I mean, some of the ones that were returned were actually fun returns to watch. I think there was genuinely long returns. It was actually cool. I liked it.
Okay.
If they're being returned, I mean,
That's
like
the
in
problem.
in Buffalo, the wind was so much that the ball didn't even. Did you see the kicker tried to kick it and the wind pushed it back to the 20? It didn't make it to the 20-yard line, so it was a foul.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
Yeah. So I mean, if they're returned, and I think sometimes, I think later in the season we're gonna see teams try to start using that as like a possession, like you know, try to control where the ball is. Get like
What?
what do you call it? Like trying to pin teams back, pinning them back with
What?
the 20. Like they'll purposely
doing
kick
what?
it to them. They'll purposely kick it to them, forcing them to return it and try to pin them down.
Yeah, I
Play
mean, I think the ideal scenario is you kick it, and it literally lands at the 20-yard line and bounces. So then you're able to tackle them before the 30, right? But that's hard to do. I think the stupidest part of it is not only that it looks stupid, in my opinion, is that you have to announce when you're doing an onside kick.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's
I agree.
that's the dumbest thing of all time. If you're gonna do that, might as well implement the freaking 4th and 15 rule or whatever they're gonna do a little while ago, right? I mean,
Can't go for it unless it's the fourth quarter.
what?
Can't go for it unless it's the fourth quarter, 4th and 15.
No, what are you talking about?
Wasn't that the rule they wanted to? What's the rule you?
No.
No, after you score a touchdown, you get it on like 4th and 15 on your own 20 or something.
Yeah.
And if you get the first down, you can keep going. But if you don't, then you turn the ball over.
Thank God that's not a rule.
right?
Holy shit, that's a bad rule.
But there's got to be, in my opinion, I don't like that rule either, by the way. But there's got to be a way where you can try to get the ball back and have a legitimate chance. I don't think there's like a legitimate chance of getting an onside
You
kick.
saw Sean Payton in the Super Bowl, man, coming out of halftime.
Yeah, facts.
Well, that's what I'm.
I mean,
Yeah, it was a
we'll never see that
surprise.
again. We'll never see that again.
Pat McAfee, the Pat McAfee one where he dribbled it to himself.
Yeah.
Like there was another one too that the kicker did the same thing. Like you have to announce it is just so stupid. It's so stupid, and you can't announce it and then also kick it deep. Like you have to kick an onside kick, which I think is also stupid. It's just there's no mind games. There's no strategy.
Yeah.
There's got to be a different rule.
I get why they're doing it because that's where the majority of players get hurt, is on the kickoff. But
Then just take out the kickoff and just put it at the 20-yard line and just play football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the kickoff's stupid at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Next overreaction. Jim Harbaugh will lead the Chargers to the playoffs this year.
No. Oh, that is an overreaction. Sorry.
Yeah, I get. We all agree on that.
Okay.
Last one. The Buccaneers will win the NFC South.
Not an overreaction. I think they do.
Not an over. Yeah,
I agree. I think they have a legit chance. I think they're gonna win it.
I think right now they would be the betting favorite by far.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win it.
I do think the Falcons will end up figuring it out more or less. I don't like the Saints. Who said? One of you said that you like the Saints, right? They could possibly win it, Shree.
No, I didn't. I was always
Oh.
Bucks.
I thought when we were talking about the Saints earlier, you said that.
No, I said I wouldn't be surprised. If
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think the Saints are good. I think they just played a horrible team. But yeah, I think they're the betting favorite right now.
Could you imagine what they would do to Georgia? Anyway, let's move on.
I think the Chiefs Georgia would be a pretty good game.
I mean, probably 2-3 score game.
Did you guys see that guy from Nebraska?
Yeah, that wants me.
Like,
Freaking
Well, I mean, Mahomes is basically endorsing him. Mahomes loves it.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. It's just wild.
I mean, he trained. They apparently trained together in the off season.
I know, but doesn't mean you
Were
have
they
to get the
born
same
together?
facial hair, same arm sleeve, same mannerisms. He does the
Did
same
you
thing.
see him,
Everything
like,
he
did
does.
you see him getting hyped before the game, like doing the exact
Yes.
same
Hey, hey, honestly, I respect it. He's trying to get that NIL money. He's trying to secure the bag. I respect it.
How does that get him NIL money?
Being like Mahomes.
commercials, stuff.
Yeah, commercials. Everyone's just gonna want to throw money his way.
I agree.
You want a Patrick Mahomes look like on your commercial?
Yeah.
All
Dude,
right.
people are eating that up. Think
Fair
about all the
enough.
social media that we're getting.
We're talking about it. We're literally talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, but this isn't getting him NIL money.
Not yet.
He's got to get a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You guys.
He's actually a good quarterback, though.
He is. He is. Did they beat Notre Dame? Who was it Notre Dame they played?
No, Colorado, I believe.
Colorado. Oh yeah. Dude, Colorado.
Colorado sucks.
Yeah. I can't wait to go see him in a couple weeks.
Dude, Shador, we talked about Shador and is not going top 5.
No. But Travis Hunter's good. That kid is good.
Travis Hunter is very good,
Travis Hunter's going top 5.
but he's
Shador might still
what
be
at what
one
though,
of the
Shree?
quarterbacks.
What?
At what?
I think he's a better wide receiver. Like cornerback.
I agree.
All right. So let's get into our picks for this week. So just to what?
I was just gonna say, guess who's leading the picks?
You guys are tied.
No, but I'm on points because I picked the right.
No, you guys both picked the right one.
No, it literally says I'm up.
It literally doesn't on my screen.
It literally says we're tied 1 for 1. I'm actually we have both of
You guys are both 10 and 6, but you both have 11 points.
Yeah, but what is the what's the TV then?
I don't know.
tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. Yeah, so I'm up tiebreaker wise.
Okay, we're tied in the rankings though.
Oh, tiebreaker doesn't. It's not gonna. Who cares?
So
You guys both have 1 next to your names. What do you mean you're not up?
Yeah, he's an idiot. Last week, Shree and I went 10 and 6 in our picks, and Chad went Dallas Cowboys fan 8 and 8.
Yep.
Chad went 8 and 8. So we'll see.
It's
if
my
he
favorite.
comes back this week. You guys ready to make some picks?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So game 1 Thursday night. Oh, we got a good one here. We got at home the Miami Dolphins playing the Buffalo Bills. The Miami Dolphins are favored by 1.5.
I'm going Bills.
It's not cold yet. I'm going Miami.
Well, Miami as well. Next game we got the
Well,
Dallas.
Never mind. I was gonna say Miami's home, right?
Yeah, Miami's home. We got the Dallas Cowboys. At
Oh, Miami's home. Sorry. Every time I look at this screen, I think on the left is away and on the right is home.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, go ahead.
Next game, Dallas Cowboys at home against the New Orleans Saints, -6.5.
Mm.
I'm pretty easily going Cowboys on this one. Saints are bad.
Sam.
I agree.
Okay, Baltimore at home versus Las Vegas, and the line is 9.5. So Baltimore's favored to win by 9.5.
What did the Raiders do last week? They lost, I know,
They
but
lost the Chargers, 16-22, I think.
okay.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore.
This is a tough one. Baltimore, I guess.
I'm also going Baltimore. Baltimore's not going to go 0-2, and they're gonna put a beating
Yeah,
on Vegas.
Well, they win. It's just 10 points is a
Yeah,
lot.
they're going to put a beat down.
Okay.
Game 3, we got the Washington Commanders at home against the New York Football Giants. Washington's favored by 2.5.
give me the Commanders.
Did
Yeah.
you just say that the Giants would beat the Washington?
Win.
At home. I said that. I was like, they'll beat the Commanders at home.
Oh. But no, yeah, I'll take Washington.
Dang, so we all got the same picks. Oh, no, sure, you got Buffalo.
I got Buffalo.
Sure, Buffalo. I'm
All
going
right.
freaking favorites right now. Favorite Central.
Yeah, I hate it.
Go next one, too.
Yeah. We got Shree's Carolina Panthers at home for the Los Angeles Chargers. The
Might as well
line
just put the Georgia Bulldogs there.
the line
Hey,
is
it'd be like
-6.5.
Harbaugh's coaching against a college team.
You're crazy, dude.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers.
Oh, dude.
Chargers.
All the favorites right now are just like.
I hate it. I hate it.
I hate
Yeah,
it, too.
Chad, is this gonna be the one you switch?
No.
Take Panthers.
Dude, Malik Willis is bad. He's bad.
Malik Willis.
in Green Bay.
Oh, I thought we were on the next game. Sorry.
I'm going Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana. Who the hell's Indiana?
The
So,
Pacers?
all right, guys, thanks for following along. Next game, so we all got the Chargers -6.5 versus Carolina. Can we all get all that on the record?
Yep.
Next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at home for the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are favored by 3.5.
Colts.
I'm also going the Colts. Why are we doing this?
Colts.
I think the
Colts.
lines are
Colts.
bad this week, but hey.
Dude, all these lines are just favorites.
This
Central.
sucks. This stinks. All right. Next game, Minnesota Vikings at home for the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers favored by 5.5.
Hey, Sam Darnold's gonna come back to earth. San Francisco.
This stinks. I really hate that we're all.
San Francisco for me too. I got all the favorites right now.
Sam.
I'm gonna have to go back and switch
I'll,
one maybe.
I'll switch up in the next two.
No, Shree's got Buffalo, so that's the one underdog you have.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got Jacksonville at home for Cleveland. Jacksonville's favored by 3.5.
Give me Cleveland in this game.
I'm gonna stick to Jacksonville.
I'm also taking Jacksonville.
Take all the favorites then, why don't you?
Okay. Next game. Shree's New England Patriots at home
Up
for
there,
the
hey.
Seattle Seahawks.
Hey.
Both 1-1. Seattle's favored by 3.5.
Hawks.
Give me the Pats.
All right, I'm taking Seattle.
There's no way they start 2-0. No way.
No shot.
If they start 2-0, oh,
That's bad
y'all
for
better
you.
Y'all better be ready for the next podcast.
I'll be absent. Put my sick day in.
Chad's got PTO.
Yeah.
All right, next game. We got the Tennessee Titans at home for the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers. Jets are favorites by 4.5 points.
Yeah, I'll take the Jets on this one.
I'm going to take the Titans.
This one's a tough one. I'm gonna take the Jets though.
Taking the Titans.
Titans are bad.
All right, next game. We got a playoff rematch. We got the Detroit Lions at home for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Detroit -6.5.
Tampa Bay.
Really?
Mhm.
Cover or win?
Cover. I think possibly to win, but I think it'll be close.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
are you
Tampa Bay.
sure?
I'm
Are
gonna
you
go.
going Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Wait, so we can't change our picks once we say it, right?
No, we can change them.
No? All right. We can't change them. So you
I'll
guys-
take the Lions then.
No. Tampa is missing 3 cornerbacks and their star safety. So, Carlton Davis.
I switched.
So, they will all be out.
I switched.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, I'm still going Tampa. I'm still going
Okay.
Tampa.
All right.
Not worried about that one.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Rams.
Yeah, Arizona Cardinals at home, favored by 1.5 against the Rams.
Rams.
smashing
go-
the Rams.
I'm going Cardinals, actually. I think Cardinals will win this game.
Oh yeah, Rams not starting 0-2. No. Okay, we got the Denver Broncos at home for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh is favored by 2.5.
I have no desire to bet in this game, but I'm gonna go Denver.
Well, Pittsburgh.
I'm going Denver.
Dan, do you have every single favorite right now?
No, I have the one I don't have is Tennessee, and the Rams.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got 2 underdogs. How many underdogs do you have? Don't do that.
What?
How many underdogs do you have right now?
One.
Yeah, and I have 2, so I don't want to hear it. All right.
No, I have
Next
one.
game.
One. Just like this.
Important game. An important game. We got Kansas City at home versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Kansas City's favored by 5.5.
I feel bad for Cincy, but I'm going to go Cincy. I just have a feeling. All this talk about Burrow, all this talk
3-1
about
against Mahomes, right? We're gonna see this weekend.
you're about to be 4-1.
This is an easy pick.
Yeah, this is Kansas City.
Cincinnati.
Really?
No. What am I, an idiot?
Whew. All right. Sunday night game. This is a Sunday night game for real. We got Houston at home versus the Chicago Bears.
I like the Sunday night game.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Houston is favored by 6.5.
Go Houston.
I think the Bears to cover.
I have to take Houston, just on
Yeah.
on principle. I have to take them until they lose.
Yeah.
So
That was one of Chad's hot takes, and you need to keep that same energy around here. So
Yep.
I'm gonna take Chicago. Or
Go.
Shree would say Chicago.
Chicago.
All right, the Monday night game. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at home for the Atlanta Falcons, and the Eagles are favored by 6.5.
Oh,
This is a sneaky line. This is a sneaky line.
this is a sneaky line. It's at home for Philly, which is worries me.
I'm going to go Philly.
7 points. Sheesh. Sheesh.
I'm thinking Philly as well, but this is a rat line right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Philly too. Don't love it though.
All right, our tiebreaker for whatever reason I'm just gonna put tiebreaker for
Oh, the points.
for Philly versus Atlanta.
I got
41
I'm going 41.
I'll say 38.
39.5.
And my best bet is going to be...
So wait, real quick before we do that, did anybody put the parlay in for last week?
No.
No, we lost it anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say whose bet lost it?
Mine definitely lost. I had the Falcons. Did you guys both win?
Yeah, we did.
Mine's going to be San Francisco, Minnesota, minus 5.5. That's mine.
Mine is gonna be.
Don't take mine. Don't take mine. Don't take mine.
Then say it first.
I want to
No.
take the Rams to win.
Oh, that's actually a good pick, but that wasn't mine.
I'm gonna take the Rams to win as an underdog against Arizona. You're taking Seattle, aren't you?
No, Seattle.
Let me guess what Chad's gonna pick. You're not taking Seattle minus 3.5 against New England? Okay. Chad is gonna
No.
take. Chad's gonna take Washington. minus 2.5.
No.
Chad's gonna take the Colts minus 3.5 versus Green Bay.
Yeah, say all of them.
Third time's a charm, right?
Colts.
Take the Colts versus Green Bay.
Colts is the one I'm leaning on right now.
That's a good one. I like it, Dad.
All right.
Colts or Dallas.
You gotta decide.
Ride with my team.
You never bet on your own team, Chad.
Why?
Number one rule in sports betting: never bet on your own team.
Why?
You jinx them.
Oh, you're one of those. All right, I'm
You
fine.
never heard that?
I'll take Indy, but if they lose, it's on you.
You taking Indy to win? Taking them to cover?
I'll take them to cover.
Okay.
3.5.
So our parlay this week, we've got Chad taking the on the road Colts minus 3.5 against Green Bay. Shree's going to take the San Francisco 49ers on the road against Minnesota minus 5.5. And I will take the Rams on the road as an underdog to win outright. Take the money line there.
Okay, Dan's
So-
gonna put that in.
I'll put that in this week. And then we will see how we did. All right, submit your picks, everybody. And we'll see
Submits.
where we are. Okay. Any last thoughts heading into week 2?
Hey, good. be on a Super Bowl contending team. Or a Super Bowl contending team.
What team are you on?
Pats.
At San Francisco.
You're on that team?
Hey,
You got a
hey,
game?
but
You got a game this weekend?
Hey, it's fluid. It's fluid.
It's fluid.
Street. You know what I want you to do
It's
this weekend?
fluid.
I want you to watch the Georgia Bulldogs this weekend. Can you do that for me?
All right, let's see who they're playing.
They're probably playing someone horrible, but you can watch them. And then you
Hey,
could
they
be.
might hey, even if they're playing horrible.
Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you watched a Georgia game?
Don't tell me you watched this week, 'cause I know you did.
I don't know. Hey, 2 weeks they play Alabama, 1 versus 4. That's a good game. Oh, yo, they played Texas this year too. Yo, holy,
That's October 12th, right? The Texas game.
yo, this is crazy. So they play Alabama, Texas, Ole
Mhm.
Miss, and Tennessee. All of them are top 7 ranked.
Yeah.
They got a tough schedule.
Chad, I know the answer for Street, but do you watch college football?
I do.
College guy at all?
I don't watch I just watch like big game, not big games, but I watch every weekend, but not like I do for Sunday.
Gotcha.
Like I don't like watch all of them.
Yo, Georgia Bulldogs. I'm your biggest fan right now.
Hey, UCF coming home, winning that championship this year.
Don't they have
Yeah.
J.K. Jefferson or K.J. Jefferson?
AJ Jefferson, yeah, he stinks,
Does he really?
dude. He sucks.
He was pretty good on what was he on Arkansas?
Arkansas, yeah, he was. I will say the second game he played, okay. First game he played against my alma mater, UNH.
UNH Manchester?
No, UNH bought out Granite State, and I went to Granite State.
That is not how that works.
That's exactly how that works.
That is not how that works.
What a funny story about that. So when I got a new job recently, and I had to get my transcript, and I went to go get my transcript from Granite State University, and like it wouldn't work, and I was like, what the hell? So then they redirected me to UNH, and when I got the transcript, it said UNH on it. I was like, huh, UNH scholar, I'll take that. I went to UNH, guys, University of New Hampshire.
Manchester.
Hey,
Sure.
I'm sorry, but this Georgia schedule is crazy.
Shut up,
Dude, they're
Anyway,
all crazy. They had a conference realignment. They're all in the same conference, so they all play each other.
Tree. How many teams make the college football playoffs?
4.
No.
They expanded. They expanded to 8,
You
right?
guys know what.
Spanish.
Expanded.
See, isn't it? Yeah. What are we? Why are we having this argument? No, it's
Yo,
12.
this is the first year they expanded. Like, come on,
Not to 8.
6.
Yep, 6 nailed it. I just said 12, but nice.
It's 12.
I just said 12.
Hey, UCF.
It's not making the playoffs.
Hey,
Making
no,
the
no, no,
playoffs.
no.
Winning the conference. Big 12.
UCF is just going to declare themselves national champs.
Hey,
Remember when
they were national champs that year.
You know what they did, right, Chad?
2017.
No.
Yeah, 2017. Their governor of Florida was like their national champs, and they literally had a parade and everything.
That's one way to do it, man.
Hey,
The Cowboys should try that.
speaking.
Jared Jones just says they're Super Bowl champions.
That was the funniest thing of all podcasts. The Jerry Jones,
I would go to that, you know?
because that's some shit Jerry Jones would say.
He would do
That's
that.
some shit Jerry Jones would do.
And all the Cowboys fans would show up.
Including you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yo, give Dak his flowers, man.
I'm going to send you guys a screenshot of something after this. It doesn't have to be in the podcast, but it's pretty crazy.
Real quick, who do you guys think has the worst fans in the NFL? Honestly,
Cowboys. No, it's not the Patriots anymore. It was the Patriots.
it was the Patriots.
They were
for a long
insufferable.
But
Yeah,
now
but
they don't. Now Pats fans don't watch the games.
Yeah, they don't. They're like we were good for 5 years. Who
Hey,
cares?
hey, 6 rings. You see
No,
these?
take one of those hands down, Tree. I want to see the ones you saw.
6 rings, baby. 6
Yeah,
rings.
Tree was
Yo,
alive.
Dan, put how many you've seen.
For
damn.
Patriots?
Yo, Chad, how many you've seen?
3.
How many Cowboys? How many Cowboys?
3.
Come on, let's remove those fingers.
3.
Come on, put them
You
down.
act like they don't have recordings.
Yo, Dan,
Crazy?
Dan can't even put up. Dan can't even
Hey,
put up a
listen,
hand.
guys. Here's the thing. Dallas Cowboys do not have the worst fans in the NFL.
Who does?
Tree, who has the worst fans in the NFL?
Dolphins,
No.
No.
Pats.
No.
No.
Yo, Jets fans are kind of getting up there.
No.
Chargers. Chargers don't have any fans.
Oh.
Did you guys? Any you guys watch that game, the Raiders game, Raiders Chargers game?
No.
Dude, I swear it was all Raiders fans.
Yeah.
No. That was the Atlanta game, bro. It was all Steelers fans.
Oh, was it?
TJ Watt was literally
Real shit though.
pumping up the crowd.
TJ Watt, that take the Tree said he's the best football player in the league. That's a little overrated or a little crazy. But man, that guy was dominant. He was a game wrecker.
Dude, I feel bad for that right tackle. I really do.
Holy cow.
Dude, that right tackle, man. Woo.
All right, let's wrap this up. It's been a long episode. You guys will hear this probably Thursday. Thursday Night Football. Week 2, we'll be back next week, Tuesday, to record. You guys will hear it on Wednesday. And let's hope for another good week of football. Tree,
Hey.
what do we say?
Go Bulldogs. Keep
Oh
that
my
same
God.
energy. Keep that same energy.
All right, I'll see y'all guys later.
Peace.